Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, whatever you would like to call it. Tonight, we are talking about what might be a controversial subject. Men cheat less, women cheat more and worse. For years, we have known it in a different manner that would actually, a statement that would far more favor the women. But tonight we're gonna look at it from my point of view. So, with that being said, grab your wine, grab your popcorn. It's time to get out your feelings and get into the conversation. Let's get into it tonight on Relationship Talk with G's. Holla at your boy.
Who is he?
All right. What you got for me? Relationship talk. Let me see. I can't see it. Relationship talk with G's.
How are you?
I almost read that as G Easy.
Everything about keeping your relationship private is important. Keeping it out of the public's eye. Once it goes to the public's eye, no matter how it came to the public's eye, you then become a target.
Do what you want to, girl. Don't be so shy.
Let's be realistic. A man understands that, and they understand that they're going to deal with a woman that they can afford. They're not going to reach for somebody that they can't afford.
Do what you want to, girl. Don't be so shy.
So let's stop the bullshit.
I hit the blunt too, girl. Let's go get high. Let's go get high. Let's go get high. Yeah. Let me get high with me. Look at the sky with me. You said you would try with me. Now you surprising me.
You get what I'm saying? But you're missing the point.
Yeah, that's what I like to see.
The point is, if you let me finish what I'm saying.
There's no need to fight with me. Ain't no need to cry with me. It won't be goodbyes for me. You keep getting high with me. Just like I'm right for you. I know you the type for me. Yeah, I know you the type for me. Keep on that life for me. I'ma need you in my sight for me. Cause that's what I like to see. Live up to that height for me. Then you'll be on flights with me. Yeah, I think I want you, girl. I ain't gon' lie. Do what you want to, girl. Don't be so shy. I hit the blunt too, girl. Let's go get high. Let's go get high. Let's go get high. I think I want you, girl. I ain't gon' lie. Do what you want to, girl. Don't be so shy. I hit the blunt too, girl. Let's go get high. Let's go get high. Let's go get high. Do you love me like you say you love me? Or is it just when you high and when you sippin' bubbly? I know all these shorties on it make it hard to trust me. But I'm thinking to myself like how you just so lovely. You so selfless with yourself, you put no one above me. Always keep that business to yourself and never rush me. I was thinking like I couldn't let no shorty cuff me. But I'm copping you with locking you like it's a must thing. I hope you got my back.
Call you back. It's showtime at the Apollo. Tune in. Right now. I was just about to. All right. That's right. That's right, y'all. Best friend on the line. She ain't playing no games. She ready to tune in. I need to see who else is ready to tune in. So she finna ready. She ready. Yo. Trev Smooth in the building. Says yo, what's going on, my guy? Yo. We gotta set the tone tonight, man. We gotta set the tone tonight. Let's get some music up in this bitch. Set the tone tonight. Why? Share it live. Share it live to everybody, man. Share it live. Let's do this right here. Let's do this right here. Like, share this to somebody so they can watch it. Subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. And don't forget to hit that friendly little gray bell to turn on all notifications. That's right. That's right. Welcome to Relationship Talk with G's, where our conversations aim to keep you pleased. I'm your boy A1G's. You're now welcome to the Guru's house. Take your shoes off when entering. And everybody's welcome to the Guru's house rent free. But in the meantime, before we get this show on the road, let's share this live to a couple people. I want to play a little bit of early intermission music so we can get some people up in this piece. Let's go. Share the live, y'all.
Yeah.
Share the live to people. I'm going to take a few minutes to see if I can share the live to a couple people.
I need your love and affection. Of the drugs we expressions.
What's going on, Chloe?
Of the love that we had.
If y'all joining in with me right now on Instagram, share the live. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm taking this 60 seconds to share the live. I definitely don't want to talk to a mirror, but y'all know me. I will talk to a pair of two like I'm talking to a crowd of 10,000.
Woke up to see who I'm being.
Just to get it up.
And when you hear it, I'm freezing. In my sheets, we
So,
dreaming.
if I can get y'all patience, allow me to share this live while you go as well too.
Yeah, she got me like, shawty do the most, she like, we done got too close, we like, we never went close, we on go, yeah. Her spirit keep me free. I probably do need her. I might really keep her. Shorty been a keeper. Things been getting deeper. And I'm trying to reach her. Not something like a preacher, but something like a teacher. Showing her that they can't be her. And I need her in my life. More than just a wife. Someone who gon' ride. Be there every night. Someone on my side. Not just tryna fight. Got me like, shawty do the most, she like, we done got too close, we like, we never went close, we on go. Yeah, she got me like, shawty do the most, she like, we done got too close, we like,
Share the live, y'all.
we never went close, we on go.
If you're on YouTube, hit that like button. Smash that like button for me. That's right. Tonight, the topic is called.
Yeah.
You want a little bit of situation we can, but we're gonna stop that for right now. Boom. YouTube, if you can't hear me at any given point in time, if you cannot hear me, please let me know immediately. I don't want to go a whole 20 minutes talking and then my mic is out because I did something stupid. So, y'all, tonight's topic is called Men Cheat Less and Women Cheat More and Worse. Tonight's topic is called Men Cheat Less, Women Cheat More and Worse. Those of you who are joining in, what's going on, Lay? That's the topic. Men cheat less, women cheat more and worse. I'm sorry. Don't shoot the messenger. Do not shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. If you disagree with me, call into the show. Couple rules. If I don't know who you are, you must cam up. If I already know who you are, you don't have to cam up. Men make, Lay says, men make women cheat. I got the bloodthirsties coming in. They ready for me tonight. They got a spear ready to cut my head off. What's that they said in that movie? Are you not entertained? They ready for me tonight. Okay? I'm going to explain something to you from my point of view, okay? Women cheat, right? women emote, right? Women cheat out of pettiness, right? They do it, and I never doubted that women cheat. And just that statement that you made right there, men make women cheat. Okay? I'm gonna be honest with you. I completely agree with that statement. Men make women cheat back. Oh, shit. Men make women cheat back. But they only cheat out of pettiness. Women, modern, and let me make this clear because there's a difference between traditional women and modern day women. Modern day women, I love saying this because this is how I get y'all. Modern day women love saying that they don't want to be out here with all these men. They're not the type of person to be out here in the streets like that. They don't want to be with other men. Yet they claim to still choose, instead of leaving the man, they choose to do the opposite. They choose to still cheat back. But here's why that's a problem. This is a problem because, and I'm going to read your comments as I go along. YouTube, chime in that chat room. This is a problem because women emote more so than men. Women are built to emote. It is a natural thing. I'm sorry, not sorry. And we're going to get this Bluetooth piece on. We're going to get this Bluetooth piece on. Here's the concept. Women cheat just to get back at a man. Women cheat just to get back at a man. So therefore, they're doing it out of pettiness because they claim it's something that they don't do. They claim it's something that they don't want to do. But instead of you being a better person, you choose to do it anyway. You choose to do it anyway. You choose to do it anyway.
You can't make this shit up.
So, what makes you any different? Men cheat. Oh, and guess what? When women cheat, they get emotionally attached to the partner. They get emotionally attached to the partner that they're having sex with.
What more do you want from me?
Men cheat when there's a void missing. Men cheat when there's a void missing. And let me read the comments. One person said, men definitely don't cheat. Men definitely don't cheat less. Some women won't cheat. They will just leave when they had enough. It's times I wanted to be petty, but it wouldn't make me feel better at all. That's the difference between a traditional woman and a modern day woman. If the ladies, if it don't apply, let it fly. We are talking about the women that do this, not the women that don't. If this don't apply to you, congratulations. You have just got one brownie point in the traditional woman category. But tonight, we're talking about modern day women.
Make this shit up.
Men cheat when there's a void missing, right? Men cheat when there's something missing from you, when it's something that you can't give him, when it's something that when it's something that you are intentionally not providing him. Let's make something clear. Sex is a value exchange, not a dictatorship. I'm going to say this again. Sex is a value exchange, not a dictatorship. This is not a dictatorship. Y'all, we understand this concept. Women control access to sex, men control access to relationships. But if women really control access to sex, right? they're the access that we enter, right? Pause. They're the access that we enter, right? But if women really control access to sex, right? Where does it come into? Who is pleasuring you if you don't get any sex? Your toys? Because last I heard, toys don't make babies.
Stop the cap.
Toys don't make babies. Men and women make babies.
Oh my God!
Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. I see people leaving already. Don't shoot the messenger. Men cheat when there is a void missing. But they can still come back home and love you. I heard a story one time. It was a girl. She said her father was a very I'm gonna say pretty decent, wealthy man. He wasn't rich, but he had makes really good money. And he was in a very financial wealthy position to where his wife could not have to work. She didn't have to work. But she chose to work anyway. She chose to work anyway. Not only did she choose to work anyway, she chose to not give him the time of day because of how much she worked, because how much she wanted to pursue that career to be a nurse. So she was in a position where she didn't ever have to work, but she still put her job before her man. I am not saying that you have to put your job before your man. But at the end of the day, if you drop dead tomorrow, your job can replace you faster than a man can replace you. You know why? Because that job is a corporation. They are a multi-million-dollar corporation. I seen this video one time. There was a guy. He was he was inside of this class session, right? And there was a guy. He was asking him. He was like, "I don't understand." He says, "My wife wants to divorce me. She says she's gonna leave me because I don't have time to spend time with her, the kids, go to appointments, stuff like that. But I'm just trying to get my business afloat, and I make $5 million a year." And he said, no. He said, I wanted to be, he said she's going to leave him, right? He says, I don't see the issue. He says, the issue is that he doesn't make time for her. He asked her this simple question. Which one is easier to replace? The woman or your income? And now every single person in this classroom now knows that you make $5 million a year. Right? So here's a man, right? He has her in position. She don't have to work. But she chooses to work. Not only she chooses to work, she works so much she don't have time for him. And she doesn't have to work. So now, because he doesn't make time for him, because of the job that she chooses to pursue, but she doesn't have to. It's not wrong pursuing the things that you want in life. But when it gets to a point to where you don't have time for the man that you're married to, what is he going to do? He's upset. He's stressed. He's talked to you about it multiple times, 9 times out of 10. And 9 times out of 10, he's going to go fill that void. He's going to fill that void. Go get his rocks off.
What more do you want from me?
That's what he's going to do. He's going to fill that void. He's going to get his rocks off. He's not going to wait for you forever. He's not going to wait for you forever. Nia Long, Emi Udoka. Emi Udoka was with her from 2010 to present. Not anymore. Emi Udoka wanted marriage. Nia Long did not want marriage.
Wait a minute. Wait.
And then in 2015, the two of them got engaged. Chloe throws the laughing emojis. I'm talking my shit. I'm running my movie tonight. And then in 2015, they got engaged. But all throughout 2012 and in 2017, sorry if I got the years wrong, but it doesn't matter anyway because you said it out your own mouth, Nia Long. You said that marriage is not something that you have to do because you do not feel like that marriage is a validation of your of you being loved. But you still took this man's ring.
Wait a minute.
You still took the man's ring. Maybe y'all were sexually active. I don't know. What I do know is that you were stringing this man along. You got children out of him. You dated somebody that was established. And he's not the only established person, Nia Long, that you married. So now, where's the void in this case scenario? The void is you don't want to get married and you're stringing this man along. And little do you, because you want to go have your hot girl moment. You want to pursue to be that A-list celebrity. You still want to be, you want to have the commitment of marriage, but you want to be still out here in the streets.
Oh my God!
You want to be out here. You want to be seen as the Nia Long that you once were, but you're 50.
The hoes gon' love this.
But you're 50. He's 45. You're getting older now. It's 12. She was married. She was engaged from 2015 all the way up to present, right now. So what was he doing this whole time? Because a man's not going to wait forever. A man's not going to wait forever. He's not going to wait for you to, decide when you want to do things. If it's not on if it's not on the two of y'all's accord within a certain span period of time, he's going to start shifting away. Well, he may not shift away, but he's going to go try to look for other connections. And what was it easy for Emi Udoka to do? He was messing with women within the organization because he don't have time to do anything else but to go to work, right? He's the Celtics coach. So what was it easy for him to do? Create bonds with women that was within arm's reach, right? And he was having affairs with these women. Multiple. He was kind of found out he was very messy with it. He was very messy with it. It is what it is, man, at this point. And the ultimate woman that came out as far as the affair was the person that was handling Emi Udoka and Nia Long's child travel arrangements. Holy shit.
Don't want peace. I want problems always.
She wanted all the smoke from Nia Long. This whole time, this girl communicated, which means you got to communicate with each other. But let's get back to the point. The point is, he had all these affairs, and he was still able to come back home and love you, children and all that. We cannot confirm nor deny whether she knew that he was cheating on her. But what we do know was he was able to come back home to her and love her. And that's what men do when they cheat. They cheat when there's something missing, when there's something that you're not providing them that benefits that really blesses the both of you. Chloe says, damn, I'm dealing with this right now. He wants me and I like him, but I don't want a relationship right now. You understand what I'm saying? So in my thing, we have to ask this. They're so quick to say that women cheat less. When you have to ask yourself, why do men cheat? Y'all say y'all don't want to cheat because it's not in your character. It's not something that you do. Women are emotionally attached to one man. It's in women's nature. That's how they're built. I'll give you that. Round of applause for you ladies of how you're naturally designed to be.
Major key.
But in 2022, that is far from the case now. So that's why women cheat. They do it out of pettiness, just to get back at you. But they don't ask yourself, why do men cheat? Because the concern with men's feelings, the concern with men, how men are feeling or what they're thinking, what's on their mind, what they're going through, they don't even bother to ask them. They don't even bother to ask them. Geeky Cheek says women cheat because there is something lacking. Okay. If there's something lacking, let me ask you this question. Modern women, this is where we go back to that 6606 arrangement. He must be 6 feet tall. He must make 6 figures. He must be, pause, he must be, y'all know what it is. He must be this. He must be 6 inches or longer. Pause. The 6606 requirement. That's what y'all call it. We're gonna call it the 6606. 666 requirement. If there's something, if that is the reason why you're cheating out of your relationship because there is something sexually lacking, why are you with that man? Holy shit. Men seriously cheat when there's really just a serious void. I mean, a dead serious void. That's why I like to use Nia Long. Here's a woman that he truly loved, but she wouldn't give him marriage, but she still took his ring. She strung him along for 7 years. I guarantee you, Nia Long did not know about this affair. It came out so ugly because she moved back to California where she was at before. She was supposed to move with him to Boston. They were just looking for a house and all that. I'm going to play a video for you guys. And I'm going to bring it up on YouTube. If y'all want to hear it. This video is about an OnlyFans chick who... and let me tell y'all about how messy y'all chicks, y'all modern chicks be now. The statistics have came out. Women cheat more than men. There is a video. It was an interview of an OnlyFans chick. And y'all are messy with it. Holy shit. Y'all just doing it just to do it. Man, if I would have asked you what was your body count, there was a chick who had who admitted she had a body count of 2,000 people. And I want to pull up this video. Woman admits to 2,000 body count. And she just said it. And she said it's men's fault. Huh? Hold on. What's that you said in the comment section? You said women cheat because there's something lacking. This woman right here with a 2,000 plus body count says it's men's fault that she has a 2,000 body count. Let's hear what she has to say because she was very honest. But it paints the picture on how modern day women are in 2022. Modern day, first of all, what you need to know is and I'm going to pull this up. What you need to know is the statistics. I usually don't like going by statistics, but guess what? Back in the day, right? And you can even say the statement now. They say women reportedly, it shows that a higher percentage of women reportedly have venerable diseases, right? Or what we formerly know as STDs, right? And they say that women, why the statistics show there's more women, is simply because less men went to go get checked, right? We're not taking calls right now. Just give me a few minutes, right? So we can hold that statement, right? Let me see. He says, I don't think women cheat more. And that's fine. If you disagree with me, call into the show when I open up the call lines. She says, I don't think women see more. I think women see more, and I don't think men cheat more. I think it's equal. There's no 50-50. There's no, if we had to do a vote, right, to pass a law, right? And I'm looking this up. We had to do a vote to pass a law, right? You have the Senate, right? There's 50 Republicans, right? And let's say there's 50 Republicans and there's 50 Democrats, right? And they have to pass a bill, right? They have to vote on it, right? The president puts up a new bill. They throw it to the Senate for a vote, right? The vice president is the president of the Senate. If there is a tie, the vice president is the tiebreaker, right? There is no such thing as equal. Even if there was a 50-50, the vice president makes the 51st vote. That vice president breaks the tie and determines which direction it goes. Does the bill go in favor of the Republicans or does it go in favor of the Democrats? In this case, how many yays or nays? So if there's 50 yays and there's 50 nays, the 51st vote comes from the vice president, who is the president of the Senate. The vice president determines the tiebreaker. There is no such thing as 50-50. There is no 50% of men cheat just as much as 50% of women. And honestly, you can even go by statistics and really still don't know who cheats more. But when you hear these stories, you can't help but to think, God damn, y'all been saying that women cheat smarter for years. And you got women like this OnlyFans model who's ratting y'all out. Listen to this video. I'm going to play this video. I'm going to let her tell you better than I could tell you. What's that grandma said? I'll show you better than I could tell you.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
So I'm going to play this for y'all real fast. I want y'all to hear the audio. And then after this, I'm going to open up the call lines. Yeah, we're going to hear a couple stories. And then I'll get a couple of y'all opinions and open the call line. But can we, you said, but can we really trust this? We'll see. Let's hear this. Let's hear this. Because I don't think a woman is going to lie about, she can't lie about her body count. But more women, we know them to try to display somebody who don't have that many body count. But this person is openly out, and she just did not give a rat's ass. So I want y'all to just hear this real quick. Here we go. Share. So we're going to share this to the screen, y'all. Boom. Add that. Boom. Here we go. And enjoy. If y'all can't hear it on Instagram, let me know. Women with 2,000 plus body count says is men's fault. This is on let me source the original video. It comes from Melanie King. Shout out to Melanie King. And I had a dope ass conversation with Melanie King, by the way. I called in as a regular caller, but we'll get to that in a minute. Let's listen to this.
I would say like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I say like 2,000.
Hey guys, it's your girl Melanie, and Lord have mercy, I have got something for y'all today. We
I don't know if y'all
going
can hear
to
that.
listen to this woman. What's her name? Diamond the Body. She's, I guess, supposedly an artist. You know, and she's going to discuss her body count. So let's get into it.
Who the fuck keeps track of how it is they fuck? Like that's just like I don't know. Let me see. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell y'all some shit I ain't never told nobody. So this is a very exclusive interview. I lost my virginity at 12 years old. So bitch, I've been fucking for a long time. It's not funny. I'm not saying that to just like, I'm just telling my truth. Okay, I've been literally I remember I lost my virginity at 12 years old. I remember the boy every.
Basically, she's giving the game. She's giving the game. So what this woman is doing right here, she started from the dead beginning. She's giving the game, and she's going to dig into the psychology of what a lot of modern day women do. And in this category, we're talking about OnlyFans, Instagram models, social media driven public influencers. And I'll get that in a sec, but I'm gonna finish playing this video. She's gonna dig into the psychology of her. She's gonna dig into her history to dig into the psychology of how these kinds of women, and it doesn't represent all women, but it definitely represents a huge, heavy amount that follow the pop culture, music artists, and like I said, all of the other influencers, where they promote fuck nigga free, right? What's that y'all say? F-R-E-E, fuck nigga free. That means I ain't gotta worry about it up nigga cheat. What's that say? That means you ain't gotta worry about a F nigga cheating? Oh shit. Let's play the video.
Everything. I remember the whole day like it was yesterday. But 12 to now, it's been a lot. Girl, is it just my body count for just niggas or niggas and bitches?
Everybody.
I would say like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I say like 2,000. To be real honest with, like if you put niggas in bitches, because I don't fuck a lot of bitches too. So I'd be fucking.
Y'all think I'm gonna keep playing that without us? Me taking a pause, guys. I have to. So already, I mean, we know what this is. This is 2,000. So she's combining men and women. Okay.
Hey.
Well, let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's say it's 500 women and 1,500 men. 1,000 men, 1,000 women. Whatever way you put it. It's over 2,000. So think about it. Most times when she seems like she's being honest, but I think like she said, she's lost count. The number can be astronomically higher. Okay. Way higher. And I want to do the math real quick, and we're going to finish this, but I want to do the math because she started at 12. I don't know how old she is.
All right. So did you did you hear the beginning of the video? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Introduce yourself.
Hey, everybody. I'm Zab. I'm representing Columbus, Ohio, but I've been doing this.
Okay. Shout out to you. How old are you? 34. Okay. All right. So let's get into this. Let's dig into this right here. 2,000 body count. Let's hear what she has to say.
She is now. I think she's 20. In fact, let me look up how old she is. All right. So I looked it up. She is 27. That means, and she started at 12. So we're going to do the math. So 27 minus 12, 15 years. Okay. We're going to divide 15 years by 2,000. Again, I think the number is higher. I don't think she remembers it all or I mean, I don't think she's lying, but I think
Oh, and if y'all disagree with me, call into the show. And tonight, I was gonna go by, like if I know who you are, you must, you don't have to cam up. That's fine and all, but I'm gonna do something different tonight. Ladies only. No men tonight. I only want to speak to the ladies only. Because men already understand what's going on. I don't want no men calling into the show tonight. Ladies only. That's it. So, and like I said, the rule still applies. If I don't know who you are, if I haven't spoken to you before, if you're calling to the show for the first time, you must cam up. YouTube, Instagram, ladies only. I don't want to speak to no men tonight because this is for the ladies tonight. Because men already understand this statement. Men already understand this statement. Men cheat less, women cheat more and worse. Men knew this for years. Men knew this for years. That's right. Men were just being quiet. Now men are vocal and speaking out. Men knew this already. That's why the revolution started when Kevin Samuels came into fruition and started bringing some of this stuff out. He then opened up a barrier. There was a chink in the armor. He opened up the opportunity for more men to be willing to speak out on this stuff. And now we're at a phase where men and women can actually have a very conductive conversation. Shout out to him. May he rest in peace. And I don't care who disagrees with him, because he's another example of y'all worrying about how he's saying it and you're not listening to what he's saying.
Wait, what did you say again?
I said it. What the fuck I said?
I said it. Y'all worried about, oh, that old man, or he don't like her, he talk, he bash women. No, but y'all still chose to listen to his platform because y'all knew he had something different to say. Y'all knew he was saying something that other people wasn't saying. Y'all still chose to tap into his show. Y'all still chose to request to speak to him in hopes that he would pick you when he opens up the call lines. And then you still stayed on the line with him the entire time when you spoke to him. Why? Because you knew what he was saying was something different. Not only did you know that what he was saying was different, you knew what he was saying wasn't cap.
You can't make this shit up.
Let's continue.
Been that many people, like how? But let's see how many people she has slept with every year. And this would just be an average, because think about it. At 12, she probably wasn't getting bust down like by that, like as many men as maybe.
So what Melanie is doing right here, and I'll explain to you as well. What Melanie is doing right here, she took her age, right, which is she was 27, and then she took the age that she first lost her virginity, which is age 12, and then she subtracted that, and that shows that she's been having sex for 15 years. So then she rounded out her body count, 2,000, and she's dividing it by 15 years just to give a rough estimate of how many partners she's had on average per year.
Maybe as she moved into adulthood, so that it may have increased some years, decreased, but we're going to give an average. We got to find the mean. We got to find the middle. Here we go. Okay, wait, somebody did that wrong.
She's going to explain to you why, from a woman's point of view, why women move the way they move when it comes to having sex with men. And what better person to hear this from than a woman who has a body count of 2,000 plus?
Oh my God!
The hoes gon' love this.
Let's continue.
Did that wrong? Did I do that wrong? Let's backtrack. So we did 2,000 divided by 15. 133, 134 bodies a year. We're going to give it 134. You know what? We're going to be nice. We're going to say 133 a year.
Sex workers. How many partners you think they have a day? They do it per escorts.
That's some porno.
No, I'm talking about just regular sex workers, escorts. How many partners you think they have a day?
I don't know.
You get what I'm It's very easy to run up that body count. Especially if you're doing and if you want to put in overtime,
yeah,
at that motel or that hotel, the hotel. And so if you want to come to my hotel, it's very easy to have that body count.
That's true.
Okay, we're gonna be nice about it.
He definitely has a sex addiction. And so I wouldn't consider, to be honest, this is why I say I kind of disagree on her scenario. Listen to this.
I'm listening.
Because she has an addiction. When you have an addiction, that don't have nothing to do with do you think women cheat more than men? Because that means that two people is in a committed relationship. They committed to be faithful to each other. They committed like, look, we will both will not step outside the relationship. But she sounds like she never was. You understand what I'm saying? If you had that many partners, there's no way. That means you had at least an open relationship, or you just doing your thing. But that situation where she going through is a sex addiction. She had lost her virginity at 12, and it probably scarred her, whatever. So in her mind, growing up, she probably thinking this is what she's supposed to do. This is who she is. Because she probably never got taught of valuing herself. She probably never got taught of like, listen, it's not okay just giving your body up to everything.
I'm trying to see if I can find that video. There was a video. All right, there was a video, right? So it was if I'm not mistaken, it was an OnlyFans model. It was she had sex with her. She had sex with her dude, and this is not pertaining to a specific race, because this is a Caucasian chick that I'm talking about next.
Right.
The one I'm talking about right now is African American. The next one I'm talking about is Caucasian. Hers was one partner 10 times worse. You talk about the ones that been home with the faithful, what they do. All right, okay, cool. She cheated on her dude. It was the middle of the night. They were asleep, right? She left to go have sex with her ex. And she said this in an interview, just so nonchalant, like it was just like it was just cool and just for giggles, right? She goes to have sex with her ex, right? She gets cream pied, right? Hold on, because I'm gonna call this chick out.
You big dummy.
I'm gonna call this one out, right? So she gets cream pied, right? She goes back to her house, and then she wakes up. She wakes her dude up, and he wants to eat her coochie. So now she lets him eat the cream pie that she just had.
Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
And this was a woman. This is not a woman at 2000 body count. This is the one who was faithfully home with her man. Didn't even know that she went home, that she left as Becky and came back home as Martha Stewart. She gave him a whole pie to eat.
Oh my goodness, that's horrible. That's horrible.
Right? She's not the 2000. I don't even have to play the video. You could see the scenario in your head if it was Pornhub. I just painted it in your head. That's not this 2000 woman body count who's used to having sex. This is just a woman right here who claims to be faithful, but low key is really messy. This is why women say that women cheat. That women cheat smarter, right?
Us women are very sneaky.
Shout out to Jody. Jody says, just because she nasty don't mean women cheat more. We just cheat better. Cheating better means cheating. Cheating better means behind the scenes you're cheating sloppier. Did you hear about the story? And I'm going to bring this up. Did you hear about the story? And I'm going to, just so y'all can see it, YouTube, if you're watching me, I'm going to put this on the screen. This is a story, okay, about a woman who cheated on her baby father, right? She cheated on her baby father. She came back home, right? And she had sex with him, and she brought home an STD, right?
Yeah.
Came home, brought an STD. And you think this stuff doesn't affect men? And kind of find out it was with one of his homies. He knew him for... But y'all cheat better, right? Y'all cheat smarter, right? Y'all cheating so betterly sloppy is what it is. Men only cheat because there's a void. Y'all cheat out of petty reasons. If you're trying to be smarter, if y'all trying to be better about it, that means you're trying to be strategic about how you cheat. That means you're cheating with a petty purpose.
Yeah.
She says, no, sloppy means females just think smarter. Guys are just a little delayed.
You big dummy.
Every scenario you're given still doesn't prove female cheat more. Hold on. Because I'm going to keep playing the video now with the woman that has a body count of 2,000 plus. If I just used her alone, that right there is just the LeBron of the whole entire team, the Kobe Bryant of the entire team. She done did Kobe done did the whole 60 shots on his last game. He won the game she won the game single-handedly for y'all, just on the body count.
Here's the thing. He has a sex addiction. I mean, again.
And look, and this is the point that I'm trying to make. It somebody who is either a sex worker or somebody that is maybe a nympho, somebody that loves sex, has a sex addiction, it still doesn't take away the narrative. When you are messing with that many men, you're messing with single men. You've had enough partners, sexual partners, to where those men all consist of single men, men who are not married but in a significant other relationship, married men, sugar daddies, you name it. Greens, beans, tomatoes, pork, chicken, lambs, hog. You name it. She's had enough partners to deal with all categories of men.
Yeah.
That's enough to prove, and that's just one person.
Right.
It says, well, most females cheat because they actually are missing something, and their other ain't giving what they're yearning. Men cheat just to cheat because the other head is speaking, not the heart or the mind. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Listen, let me hear you. I want y'all to hear the rest of this video.
Shall we continue? Let's keep going.
So I'll be just.
I'm sorry, I ain't gonna lie. I hope Melanie sees this video. Melanie, you is fine as hell. I ain't gonna lie. Them locks make me weak every time I look at her. Holy shit. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna front. Like, I'm gonna keep it blood raw. Like, probably two bands, 2,000 bitch sexual partners. Absolutely. Yeah, it is what it is. You know what? Hey, only God could judge me. I don't give a fuck.
Probably gonna be.
It is. I ain't gonna lie, but bitch, I lived a very fast life.
And a lot of people just don't be realistic with this.
In general, it's like y'all niggas be trying to shame women for what they do, but it's like,
yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Then why you say you beg to differ?
I beg to differ. Well, let me finish playing the video real fast. Because YouTube watching too. YouTube can actually see the video.
It's not my fault. The nigga was little. Bitch, we went on dates. I liked him. We was cool, everything. Then we fucked and it was terrible. And now I'm on to the next. The same way y'all on to the, like, if the dick was good, maybe I would have stuck with him for a year or two. But bitch, it's on to the next one. Now, if you have 4 weak dick niggas in a month, it's like, now I'm the hoe. But I'm not the hoe, bitch. I'm just trying to find me some good, great dick, and I can't find it. So it be y'all fault we be hoes, because if y'all was putting it down right, we wouldn't be running from the nigga. We would stay with one, but y'all dicks. Well, you paying me.
That's why I beg to differ. Is that a perfect example of a woman of substance or somebody that's just trying to get good dick? Pause.
I mean, I'm about to say, like, you gotta make that make sense, because if you have an addiction, that's addiction. That's just like a drug. It's something that you can't control. Like, if she had nympho, she'll literally fuck anything. So that wouldn't matter if you're blue, green, yellow, orange, the man or girl, like you said, goat, joke, tomato, it wouldn't matter. Right. So that still don't got nothing to do with what I said. So why would you beg to differ? Men cheat with the wrong head. That's why women cheat smarter. That was your whole initial thing. Women, that anything that you done said on here still is not proving that women cheat more. That's where I was coming from, right? It's nothing that you actually say. It's still saying women cheat more. We just got, like you said cheat strategically. That's what it is, because women only. I'm not saying every female, because most females cheat just because they fucking feel like it or doing some spiteful shit. But majority of females, we cheat when we lacking up, or like, feeling unappreciated, like, in our feelings. And then we actually like a person. We ain't just cheating just to cheat, just popping coochie. No, they got to be like, you mean?
So let me ask you this. Do you think that matter of fact, let me bring y'all screen in here. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna close the screen out right here. So do you think that hold on, stop the screen. Yeah, we got to bring this screen in right here. Don't even matter, screen timed out. All right, but no problem. All right, so do you think, with that being said, do you think that men don't cheat for the same thing, because of something missing?
Wait, repeat it. Your phone. What you say?
I said, so you don't think that men cheat as well, like when there's something missing?
No, without a doubt. I actually know that that's what some men do and some men don't, because men literally, y'all think with y'all. It's like a lust thing. It's like a thing. Oh, I know I can fuck, or cannot. Let me see if I can fuck. Y'all don't. Majority of niggas that be cheating, they don't care if the bitch is fat, skinny, ugly, tall, a slut, or not a slut. They don't got no intentions to even even think twice about it, because especially if they got an other, like if they got a girl, whatever. That's the reason why they're cheating, because they know for a fact they not leaving their girl. You feel me? Yeah, they might be lacking something up, but they not doing as if is a female. Females, when we step out, we actually be liking somebody. Like, this man is probably doing everything that we probably missing or some liking. They taking us out, they spending some money, they doing what they do, stuff like that. When in other cases, when it's a man, it's like, damn, that bitch got fat ass butt, I'm trying to fuck. Or like, it's not really the same. It's not really the same playing field. It's rare that you catch a nigga that be like, no, I really like my little side bitch, my little, right? They don't really be liking them. They just, they like what they can do for them. But that's exactly, I think about it. When people cheat and side people, or them, side bitches or side niggas, people only gonna do what you allow them to do. So if it's giving, y'all humping in the car, or spontaneous, maybe your girl not doing it. So then it's like, I know that girl gonna fuck me right there in the car. Right. She gonna suck my dick real fast in the club. Like, it's not, real back. Like, I done been around a lot of niggas. I know for a fact that that's how they do. Like, and I got brothers. So I know they be like, yo, let me go to the bar. Let me take little shorty to the bar. Like, meanwhile, their girlfriend in the house, or baby mom in the house, chilling hard too. And all they gonna do is come back in the house and still, like you just said about the girl doing the cream pie. I remember that story. She actually went to the gas station. She didn't go to no place. She went to the gas station. I think she fucked old boy in the car and cream pie, and she went back in the house, and a nigga was like, "Where you at with Stone?"
And she gave him some of that Martha Stewart.
You big dummy.
That was so funny.
I want to read this. I'll pull this up.
Somebody put on Facebook, right? Listen to this.
Right.
This is so funny. But really think about this, though. This is how I'm slowly seeing a couple of dudes are starting to really act like this. So some man put on Facebook, he said, y'all out here dating, or y'all out here 22 weeks trials, like y'all doing free trials Netflix. 1 minute, y'all having a week of having sex and not even trying to get to know somebody, and then the following week, that's it.
That's definitely giving 2022.
Right. 2 weeks trial.
Definitely giving it.
Don't make me laugh.
But that's what the vibe is starting to come in 22. It's like you get the 2 weeks free trial. And then trial's over.
Because think about it. Think about this. On some real shit, I always tell people this. Honestly, you know, after one conversation or one meeting up or being around somebody, if you want to deal with them or not. People act like they got to learn and live and got to be around these people all the time. Granted, you have to be around somebody definitely for like seasons or like at least a good year or so to really know somebody, because, you know, with different changes, different seasons, different circumstances, people do change and people do different stuff. But when you finally meeting somebody, you know if you want to talk to them, you know you going to fuck them. You know, you know what the vibe is. Right. First meeting or having a real conversation with somebody. Right. People be acting like they don't be knowing. Like, no. I mean, it ain't like people can't get swindled off their panty drawers, but I'm just saying, majority of the time, people know what's up.
I'm gonna read something here. So I did I did over like 30 short videos on YouTube, but I did one particular one, and I want to read just some of these comments. But before I get into that, I have pulled up right here a study from ifsstudies.org. So I just wanted to make sure I had some valid statistics here. And just take your time as I sit back real fast as I read this. So this came from ifsstudies.org. YouTube, I'm going to make this a little bigger for y'all to see this. It says IFS Studies. And first, let me show you when was this made. This study was made back in January 10th of 2018. Who cheats more? The demographics of infidelity in America. So this was back in 2018. So this is 4 years ago that they determined this. The last few months of 2017 treated us to a whirlwind of news coverage on sexual harassment and abuse, with powerful men from Hollywood to Washington, D.C. falling because of sexual misconduct. It continues into the new year with Missouri Governor Eric Greitens, the latest to fall, and most of these men are married. When Time Magazine picked the Silence Breakers as the 2017 Person of the Year, few people paid attention to the other group of women negatively impacted by the fallout. The spouses of the men who engaged in inappropriate or even criminal, in some cases, sexual behavior. To these women, sexual harassment abuse also means infidelity. In general, men are more likely than women to cheat. 20% of men and 13% of women reported that they've had sex with someone other than their spouse while married, according to data from a recent General Society survey. Then it says this: however, as the figure above indicates, this gender gap varies by age. Among ever married adults ages 18 to 29, women, let me repeat that again, among ever married adults ages 18 to 29, women are slightly more likely than men to be guilty of infidelity, 11% versus 10%. But this gap, and this is what I was telling you right here, is the gap is not like, this is when I tell you that it's not 50-50. Even if it's an edge over, somebody got the edge more than the other. But this is just one statistic. This is just one survey, right? So let's just say the rest of this. So it says among ever married adults ages 18 to 29, women are slightly more than likely than men to be guilty of infidelity, 11% versus 10%. But this, and let's find out. But this gap quickly reverses among those ages 30 to 34 and grows wider in older age groups. Infidelity for both men and women increases during the Middle Ages. Women in their 60s report the highest rate of infidelity, 16%, but the share goes down sharply among women in their 70s and 80s. I mean, well, what they doing at that point? By comparison, the infidelity rate among men in their 70s is the highest, 26%, and it remains high among men ages 80 and older, 24%. Thus, the gender gap. But do you know why that is?
Why?
Biologically. Once y'all start getting towards like the 50, and menopause kicks in, all stuff like that. Yeah, I don't have
Wait, what you just say now?
All right. So basically,
don't read it like
no. I'm going to sum it up what I just read. So basically, they said as women get older, around like their 60s, they actually have. It says they report the highest rate of infidelity, but the share goes down sharply among their 70s and 80s. Whereas around that age comparison, they say men in their 70s is the highest, 26% versus 16% for women. And it remains high among ages 80 and older, 24. And I was saying that because I'm like, men has the ability to at a certain age, women, you hit geriatric pregnancy age 35 when you are at the beginning stages of high risk. By the time you get to a certain age, your body is not able to produce any children, but men still have the ability to do so no matter how old they get, because it's not like they're carrying the babies. Right? They just hold the semen. They just hold the semen.
About that is because, like you said, that's just one of many like statistic type of thing. Because studies is, which and I guess I'm involved in this as well, so I know this is probably a fake. Females between the ages of 20, I think it's 22, 23 to like 35, maybe even 40, increase they sex drive. The sex drive increased like real bad. So I guarantee bitches definitely probably pumping and all that real quick compared to niggas around that age. Because I know around like 35-ish, 35-ish, niggas sex drive decline real bad. Decline like an old man. But then I guess y'all hot make me all those sex drive big and need Viagra and want to hump and looking at these young tail girls and get to it.
Hold on. Don't forget they got the oil now. They got the golden honey.
They got the what?
They got the honey now. Honey, I'm home.
I don't care what it is, honey, Viagra, however it go. All I know is that it's like females and men, it always going to increase and decrease depending on how old you is. So these studies and stuff is always going to be a thing. Granted, some ones make sense, some ones don't. But like, just think about the reality of, now. For sure, guys are cheating more. Even before the end of time. Think about even the old days. Men do cheat more because that's how they start having other kids. I'll say they marriages back in the day. Stuff like that. People, that's been a thing. It's not that females cheat more or less. They just cheat better. I'm not saying that they not above niggas, because I mean, if they is cheating better, I'm pretty sure they can get a little 1-2 more than a guy. But
that's the whole point I was trying to say. Yeah. And it's all.
Like a guy is definitely cheating more because y'all only cheat with the wrong. Y'all cheat.
If a woman is but let me stop. Can I stop right there? I just want to tap into what she just said before we continue. Right there, just validates my statement. If women cheat better, wouldn't that give you the idea that women cheat more? And that's why it says that's in my title. Men cheat less, women cheat more and worse. If women cheat better, right? If women claim to cheat better, I think in that essence, you cheat more because you know how to do it in your mind.
That's like if me and you married, right? And you cheated on me 5 times, right? But I cheated on you 1 time ever out of 10 years we've been married. I cheated on you 1 time, and you cheated on me 5 times. But guess what? You don't know nothing about that 1 time I ever cheated on you. But you was like, yeah, babe, I fucking cheated. I don't give a fuck because you treated me like this. I didn't feel love. Like I said earlier, that still means that just because I cheated at one time don't mean that I cheat better. I mean that I cheat.
And we gonna count that for one relationship though.
The thing is, just because I can do something better than you, don't mean I'm doing it. That's just
what's going on, Brocco?
That's just like if I cut somebody here right there, I'm not considered a barber just because I did it good.
Here we go with that.
I lined you up nicely. That's why I said because I gave you a tip fade and shake your dress all good, got your waist spinning. That don't mean I'm a barber. No, that mean I just know how to do what I do. Right. And it don't mean I know how to do. I'm doing it more than that I know how to. Right. It just mean I can do a little 1-2 better than you.
Let's dig back.
If we going to do neck and neck, we going to step better. Yeah. That's when it come into play where I said, you know, certain bitches really not doing it out of because they like it. Because some bitches really do this, be trying to be petty. So it's like, all right, you did. Exactly. Let's see what's up there. Since you think you can do it for real, let's play. Like we gonna play.
Exactly. And we more private about our cheating. You guys are more open. You guys are unself-conscious about like, yeah, whatever. You should never did it, but we think about it. We don't just do it. We're like, you know what? Should I or shouldn't? Y'all don't care. Some of y'all men just don't care.
We have a way, but that's why I played that. But that's why I played that video because this video also proves that there's a wave of women who don't care. You get what I'm saying? And they out here messy with it. Sometimes even messier, messing with just anything. Coming back home and coming back dirty, coming back a hot pocket. Hot pockets.
I'm not gonna give a scenario, right? I remember I heard this scenario a while ago, and I didn't understand it back then because I thought both situations was crazy as hell. So, all right, you cheat, a guy cheat, break back STDs.
Right.
The female cheat and she get pregnant.
Okay.
But the guy cheat first. Which one works?
Oh, that's a hard one.
All right, so the guy cheat works, but she comes back and brings home venereal disease.
No, the guy bring back. No, I'm lying. That's what it was. The female bring back the disease. He bring back a baby, but he cheat first. So which one is worse?
Hell, both of them. Shit.
Right. They both fucked up, but which one worse?
The disease.
I'm definitely
because you gotta look into why he cheated and why she cheated. She cheated to be petty, she cheated, and why she cheated to be petty, she cheated messy. So now she coming back home with a disease and still like, all right. And 9 times out of 10, hold on, let me say this. 9 times out of 10, hold on, let me say this. Hold on. 9 times out of 10, some women when they cheat just to get back at you, as long as they know in their mind that they cheat, they don't even make it a business for you to know. So they'll come back home and have sex with you, bring back home the STD.
Wait, the sidebar is it wasn't even her being petty because they actually on a break.
They was on a break.
But he brought back. So he cheated in a relationship before the break and brought back a baby. I mean, he didn't bring back a baby yet, but the girl was pregnant. When they was on a break.
All right, so he got the girl pregnant while they were in a relationship. She had sex. Oh, okay. So they were married. Oh, so this changed the scenario. So he cheated while they were actively. Hold on, let me say this. So he cheated while they just so I'm comprehending, and so everybody else on YouTube can hear. He cheated while they were actively together, like but he got that woman pregnant that he cheated with. They took a break because she had sex, cheated while they were separated, but she came back with an STD, but the whole time they were still legally married.
Yes. So which one's really worse? I don't care which one.
The one who pushed your life, the one that pushed your life at more risk is the one that's worse, and that's an STD.
I'm thinking both of them wrong because she can end up having sex with that dude catch HIV, and he got a girl pregnant.
Okay.
So both of them wrong.
How you doing, Laquan? And what I'm saying, when I'm saying this,
I'm not taking this part because when I read it, I don't think the girl
right.
shot being nothing. I think it was like.
But let me say this. Let me say this though. Good.
You can't give her no baby. That's game for her.
But let me say this though. You can right. So he can get that girl pregnant, and she is pregnant with a healthy baby. She comes back. She has sex. She cheats and comes back, but she came back home or brought back home a disease. They could divorce and they can abort the marriage. You get what I'm saying? And she has a healthy baby, but she came back with an STD and put lives in danger.
I agree.
So that is worse.
I mean, but at the end of the day, to be honest, both you could have put my life in danger by messing with this girl. Yeah, you didn't bring me an STD, but we're married. You brought back a baby, a living creature from somebody else's womb and not my own, and we're married. Make that make sense.
Well, the only way in that case scenario that the life will be in danger is if you're the aggressor to put that girl's life in danger and go back and try to take her out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they humped again. I mean, they married. I'm pretty sure they humped again. I don't know if him and the baby mom humped again, but I'm pretty sure they humped. I don't even think they broke up. Actually, I mean, like it's an ongoing story. I gotta keep reading, but I just wanted to say that.
I have a perfect example.
I'm listening.
A perfect example. What's her name off of Love and Hip Hop? Kurt and Rashida. Perfect example.
Oh, let's look.
Kurt got old girl pregnant, and Rashida, she cheated in the beginning of the marriage.
Only one time. Yep, and he kept cheating throughout their marriage and then wanted to get a baby. Child cheating fucking ass, but I mean, teach his own.
Let me see. Ravia.
Because the thing about they've been married for 15 years. They've been married like 20 plus years or something. Or 25. Yeah, 20, 50. I mean, they've been married all that time. And if I cheated in the beginning of the relationship, you decided to still be with me. You mean? And
let's pull up that video.
Me and Kurt done been through a whole lot of people. We had a point in our
when we 5 years even in. If we even paying 5 years in. Ain't no way in the world you gonna bring it up and be cheating.
I just put up.
But you keep cheating and you were the baby after 25, 15 y'all
right.
Y'all should got your mind.
I just put up the video. Let's hear the how you doing, Sincere? Says, hey panel, how you doing? Let me pull up the here's the video real fast. Let me read some of these comments real fast. I don't want to skip anybody's comments. What's going on, Bronco? How you doing, honey? He said honey pack for the guys nowadays. That's right. That's right. And keep inventing more ways to keep the sex game alive. Shout out to y'all. Let's hear this video. So this is the video of Rashida. Rashida reveals she cheated on Kurt, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Me and Kurt done been through a whole lot of. We're at a point in our relationship right now where you got to put things behind you in order to move forward. Nobody is perfect and relationships have issues, but y'all also got to understand forgiveness too. And that's what I have learned to understand because we've had to forgive each other. I ain't always been perfect in my marriage. We've had dishonesty from both sides of us in this marriage.
So this is where she about to find out. He about to find out that she cheated and didn't even know. Women cheating better? Let's find out.
We've had infidelities from both sides of us in this marriage.
When you trying to tell me he didn't know.
Shh. Look at the look on his face, y'all. Look at the look on his face.
I thought that he knew.
Look at the look on his face. You see that look on his face? The look on his face, his jaw drop. He's like, what? That's the look on his face right now.
I don't think he did.
Hold on. I'm going to take a picture of this just so y'all can see. Look.
No, Kurt knew. No,
I was about to say he didn't drop jaws because of that. He dropped jaws because they business deal was about to be out in public.
Exactly. That's why he dropped it now.
That she cheated on him. Like they think of Rashida just as perfect.
Look at this. Look at this.
Rashida did that because
look at that look on his face.
Y'all keep coming at Kurt. Y'all keep on saying Kurt is the problem. Kurt is the problem. And Rashida said, no, I'm taking accountability too as a wife. I cheated too.
Right.
And nobody knew. That's why Kurt never said anything about Rashida cheated first. Kurt never said. He never told her business.
And something to think about. That's a pride thing. Ain't no nigga just be like, yeah, my wife cheated on me. Like, come on. It's like, what?
Let's see. Let's see what happened.
Of us in this marriage.
Nah.
What? Oh my God.
My situation was a very long time ago.
Rashida, I can't hear that coming out your mouth.
He said Rashida.
You were unfaithful to Kirk. You know what I'm saying? They're like God getting beat up or something. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think that could happen. Now I know we all human, right? But I guess I thought Rashida was superhuman.
We grew together. You think at some points in time we didn't think, oh, this may not work. We brought y'all so that y'all can see that we're putting that behind us. I want to open up the floor for y'all to speak y'all truths.
So yes, you know, I've had infidelities in the past early in Kirk and I's relationship. But honestly, you know, at this point, bringing everybody here is for everybody to discuss things and face it. We have to come together and face it and talk about it. That's how
Take the French toast out of here.
Bambi, you crying.
Yes. I mean, I can't. I'm trying to find a balance, but I can't.
It's hard.
You know, it really is hard. I feel bad when I leave my kid, even if it's just for like an hour.
We dropped the ball having a child too. We got distant as so y'all work on that. Don't slack on her.
And on the mom side, you're great. You're excellent.
Well, you know what? I like what they're doing here, because of every situation that we bring up to the situation room. Every situation that we bring up into the situation room, it, you know, comes with the need to also bring up solutions. You know, we don't want to just bring up everything into the universe and say that this is the problem, this is the problem. Yeah, accountability. All right.
You gotta take accountability of everything. But you want to know what's even more crazy is because in the world we live in today, make everything like okay, like it's accepted. Like if you cheat, like right now, somebody can be with somebody and they feel like, oh, since he's doing whatever he's doing to take care of home and as long as they don't touch my front door, we good. When that's old school way. In reality, that's not fine either. Like, nigga, you just not supposed to be cheating. We're not supposed to be cheating, period. When you with somebody, you with somebody. And it's crazy because our society, or like, that's just what it is now. Because as we got older, you know, people got lust. They just feel like that's what niggas do and da-da-da-da. But everybody, come on. Like, nobody just supposed to be cheating, period. Like, if y'all want to cheat, break up, get together. Be single, get single. Have a break, do whatever you need to do to get that out of you to even come back closer or stronger. But no, people will go through all the hurt and all the shit. And they come from girls or guys. They just feel like, all right, they do what they do, they do that. Like, they don't make no sense.
I don't know if y'all grandma or y'all grandpa, you know, still alive or whatever. But, you know, rest in peace to my grandma. When I talk to my grandma, they believe that back in the day.
Yeah, they strongly believe
that. You hear back in the day, oh, baby, your grandfather, oh, baby, your grandma.
Yeah, they believe that. My grandma and grandpa was married over 60 years.
Yeah.
They met when they was like 20. I bet like 18.
Listen, listen, back then they had family. Back then, the dad had a whole nother family, and the side of the time mama knew about it.
Yeah, it'd be crazy because even here with this, how it is there, you see how like men want to be catered to like your females and want to just do the 1-2. It's like, no, nigga, like back in the day, men was men. Like niggas was being niggas. Like you had to work, you had to provide, you had to be structured, you had to have discipline, you had to do what you needed to do.
And listen, this is the most important thing. Everything. This is the most important thing. Everything was much more simple. Everything was much more simple. They didn't have all the stuff that we had.
It's harder. People make it harder.
I agree.
Because the world already small. Like
no, when I say it was. Let me say this. When I say that it was simple, when I say that it's simple, what I mean is that they were forced to move around the resources that they had at the time. Listen, if we were in the era and the resources that we have now, the technological era that we had back then, if we had that now back then, dude, do you know how appreciative they will be? Do you know how much they would use that to their best advantage?
I can agree and not agree at the same time because you have females that really was on like with people on them. Like they still wanted to work. It was still, to be honest, it's different, but it's really not that different. The only difference between then and now is phones and social media. Like females could get.
Hello.
I'm in an era where females could start getting.
That's
jobs
right.
there, not before. But you had females that could get jobs, men that was working, men that still was providing, do what they need to do for their family, you know, being structured and all types of discipline and stuff like that. And females was even more structured as well. It's like, no, he's a man, he's a man, and he's gonna do what he needs to do for his family. Ain't no ifs and buts about it. But not they
But now you got man sitting on the couch playing video games.
And wearing purses. Like, what in the world?
Yeah. When are you going to work? Like nowadays you got men being housewives. Like, get out of here.
Got the female taking care of them.
Exactly.
They acting like they gotta watch their kids. Like, nigga, this is your kids.
Yeah.
I don't know, you ain't gotta watch them. You gotta take care of them.
Oh, y'all, and let's talk about this, y'all. Let's talk about the poly.
I was just about to get into that, but before we get into that,
what is it?
Hold on. Before we get into that, real fast, real fast. One second. I was about to bring that up, but before we get into that, YouTube, I'm open up. The call lines are open for the live chat is open. I just put it in the comment section. If y'all want to chat in, go ahead, chat in. Ladies only, no men. Ladies only chat tonight. So ladies on YouTube, if you want to tap into the chat, there's a live link. I just put it in the comment section in the chat room. If y'all want to go ahead, click in. It's going to ask you permission to use your mic and use your camera. Ladies only, no men. All right, go ahead.
I was saying, like, now you got everybody talking about, oh, I don't want to be married no more. I don't believe in relationship. Relationship is overrated. Let's just do poly. Let's just have a group of people and we all sleep together. Like, there's no value.
Man, you took the word. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just about to bring up this poly thing because we have a problem in the poly streets. We have a problem, and I'm gonna tell you why. This new whole modern concept of poly is going to get people killed.
I'm not saying I like the ideal nothing, so don't.
Because they don't understand where it comes from. They don't understand the whole concept and the
everybody understands it, but to be honest, in reality, nobody even about to think twice about the concept of where the idea came from. But think about this. This is what I'm about to say. Put this in perspective. And the fact that people be so okay with, you know, guys cheating and all that, who's to say that this person is the other woman when this man is treating them exactly how they treat you? So is it really cheating or is it just a poly thing?
Major key.
Like, granted, like I said, I'm not saying it's okay, but I really want to, like, nobody speak about that part because we only go about how we was raised or how we was taught or how we about what we think is right and wrong. But
that's right.
How y'all know that that's not right in their way? They feel like if I'm treating you, I'm treating her the same exact way I treat you. I'm doing exactly what I need to do for what's best for her and what's best for you. And I'm not saying that y'all need to meet and hump with each other. Granted, because that's where the poly part come in. But in some poly relationship, they not all just freaking each other. They really just got separated. They all just go together. Like, you know, they love each other equally but separately. So who's to say that they really cheating? Are you really cheating or what?
Or y'all out here just having a.
Just think about that.
Or y'all out here just having a good old time. What's that they said in the Flintstones? Yeah, do time. I have a old time. Y'all just having a good old time.
Wait, what you say?
Remember that song in the Flintstones? Having a yabba do time, I have a good old time.
Yeah, why I can't see the comments? Wait, go ahead.
So Devin says, I guess she added Chloe the one. She says, right. Let's see what she said earlier. Chloe said, yeah, it's scary. It is because people are practicing. People are thinking that, like, okay, poly is just. I'm gonna tell you how I see poly. Okay, how I see how the public sees it. They think poly is that it's just okay to have multiple girlfriends. They don't understand there's a whole religion, there's a whole practice around it, there's a whole belief system around it. Oh, I wish McCall was here. My Kyle, I have multiple conversations.
What? You have to treat everybody equally, right?
Right. But there's a whole But
I'm gonna just speak on how I see it. It's given that they mimic Islam, all right? Because I'm Muslim, so I don't know if that's truly it or not. Because I don't know really nothing about poly. I only know what I see. But like I said, I know in Islam, you know, you marry multiple wives, but you have to be able to take care of them all equally, or the same. Ain't nobody getting more than the next one, stuff like that.
And you gotta have to make an amount of money too.
Yeah, but that all goes in the same. You have to take care of every last one of them equally. So you can't just be, if this one say she want a house, that means you gotta buy the other one a house. Like, you know, you gotta
right.
It can't be, you buy this one a house and you buy this one shoes because you think no. You gotta run the table. That's why people say cheating and multiple females is a risk in sport. Because if you don't have the paper for it, honey, you cannot be in the league, baby.
That's right.
Play the field that you need to fit, like.
Yeah. Hold on, y'all. Don't. I'm about to merge my Instagram screen. Don't leave. Just you're gonna see a little blurriness. Just give it a couple seconds. Reconnect to the server. Allow.
Definitely, that men could afford Chloe. Definitely, but that's what I'm saying. Of course, the times was different, but that's the thing with the politics. You have to be able to afford the lifestyle to even be back there. If you go with this person and she live his lavish life and you can afford that, that's fine. But can you afford the next life that you have to bring into your little world or your little kingdom or whatever you want to call it? But like I said, this still goes to say what I just said. Who's to say that they can't afford it? Who's to say that this is a crazy ass situation?
Right.
Because whatever they like it, you know, whatever they like, they love. You know, everybody's together, everybody like each other, love each other. They distributing everything the same way. So who's to say that they cheating or being crazy about it or whatever? This is why I say, who's to say when people do cheat that they really cheating? How you know that that's the other woman? How about y'all the same woman? Ain't no such thing as no side woman. Or no side B. I mean, it is, granted. But I'm just saying, who's to say? Because y'all don't know what they got going on.
That's true. That's true.
I'm trying to see if I can see because he said he would be, but he would speak to me about this. I spoke to a gentleman by the name of Macau. You know who Macau is? The gentleman who has 27 kids.
A lot of kids, I ain't gonna lie.
What was that? I'm saying, what was that old show back in the day? It was a black dude. He hosted the show. I'm going to name you some of the similar shows so you can see the concept. You had Jerry Springer, right? You had what was the shows you had back in the 90s? You had Jerry Springer, but it was a black dude. Then remember,
Maury.
Yeah, Maury, but it was a black host.
Montel
Williams. Okay. And he was on he was on that show.
I used to watch it.
He was on the show. When you see the guy, you know who I'm talking about? Yep. I'm looking for him now. He told me if I ever want him to tap in, he would to the show. Definitely. Because he's married. He's married to both of his wives. And between both of his wives, they have 27 children. But they're married. They understand. I'm telling you, nobody could tell you better about this poly than this man who actually really is about it. And I hope he sees it. I'm just gonna send him, I'm gonna send him a little invite real fast.
Yeah,
I sent him an invite. Hopefully he sees it.
She said it's a different type of poly too.
What kind of polys is? What we talking about? What we talking about? What we talking about?
Me got 27 kids between the two wives.
Yes.
First of all, I thought it wasn't even legal. I thought it wasn't even legal to get married to more than one person. It's legal
in Africa.
Oh, in Africa.
But here's the thing. You can get married to more than one. You can have more than one wife, but
not legally, not in Pennsylvania.
Let's look that up.
Yeah, look that up. Because last time I checked, with all the little TV shows, when they be calling themselves getting fake married, or they be actually married, living two double lives, they be really married to other people, and they can't even go through with it. But in different states, they can, so don't nobody even really be knowing.
Macau Cole's a Montel Williams show.
TV like that. One of them, y'all know them shows. The girls be like killing people, like what's them doing? Like the crazy shows.
Yeah. Or the TV show called Love After Lockup or something like that.
Yeah, any of them. Well, not in particular that one, but this one on the ID channel, it's like Kill Love or Love of Friction or Fiction or whatever. It be the females that be killing their niggas or like living multiple lives like that. But this one female that was doing there, she was marrying multiple people, like she was and killing them. So she was like being in one area, marrying, getting them for their money, and then going somewhere else, marrying them. And before the other one could die, she already marrying somebody else. But they didn't find out all this until, she got caught or locked up or whatever. But she technically was just only married to one person, but in different states, she was doing it.
Yeah, I found it.
And she was changing her name too. So
look at y'all.
She was literally only married to one person.
Look at this here, y'all. I'm about to show this to y'all on the screen. I'm about to take a
people
picture
so y'all can see it. Narcissists and stuff, like people is sick. I've seen a story of a man did the same thing. Like,
look at this, y'all. This is him when he was young,
like,
back in '91. This is him.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
This is Macau Cole. This is the gentleman who has 27 children as of now. But this is when he was young. This is back in 1991 on a Montel Williams show.
Before I born.
And it was talking about him and it was actually talking about him and Polly. And he said he has made the determination that like it's meant for him to have two wives.
And most of them don't. A lot of guys think like that. And like I said, but who's to say that that's not right for her? Like, who's to say that? I personally don't think that you can love multiple people, like actually be in love and love multiple people at the same time. Because if you truly love somebody, there's nowhere in the world that you can see another in the same light you see that person. So I personally don't agree with it. Like I said, don't quote me and all that with it. But I mean, a lot of men think like that. Like, no, like that's why so many females is okay with the whole, if you don't touch my front door, I don't care as long as you do what you need to do for me and blah 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 blah. Because people so programmed to think like niggas is going to be niggas.
Well,
like,
here's the catch-22. Yeah, but here's the catch-22. A lot of people mixing.
All right, so he's in Virginia. Is it legal? Do you know the laws about that in Virginia?
No. But a lot of people mixing it up because and I agree with you. I believe that you only can be in love, deeply in love, that real love with one person. I'm sorry. Look, I can be in love with A, right? Because he stick with me. We've been together for 30 years, right? And I messed up, he messed up, right? But hold up. Then A, he's not really doing his job. But here goes B. B is tolerating me, whatever. I like how he showed me attention. They just in love with the attention.
The imagination, the imagery, the imagery.
Yes, the image.
People like the imagery of people.
That's it. That's it.
People like the infatuation of it, like, oh, I like you, so I can see myself with you. Up until something hit the fan, people like, I hate this. Hate this nigga.
It's not real. It's just like a mirage.
Smooth. Hold on, let me look at the comments here.
It's like love.
We got some people commenting on YouTube that says
people change love and lust a lot. Like they get that mixed up. They think because they like somebody so much they're gonna hook one up. They love them.
I'm sorry.
But
that's how I feel about Paulie.
Let me look into this comment real fast. So people commenting on YouTube.
Let's keep it real. You got one wife will suck your dick.
Hold on.
One wife will suck your dick, and the second wife will say, "I would never suck your dick." You want to pick someone? Listen, you gonna pick the one that sucks your dick all the time.
Oh,
the one that don't.
How about the born? Let me read this comment real fast. Smooth says, and on YouTube, Smooth says, I know people in pilot life that do okay. Let me ask you this question, Smooth. The person that you know that's that lives the poly life, how long? Just give me a rough estimate. Like, how long have they been poly? Are they married? Like put it in the comment section. All right, but back to y'all. How about the ones that were quote unquote are born again virgins? Born again virgins, they'd be like, they don't suck the D. Pause. But whole time, they got a whole lifestyle, a whole yacht lifestyle.
Wait a minute, sidebar. What's a born again virgin?
A born again virgin, it consists of a woman, a 304, who was once in a very active sexual lifestyle, and now all of a sudden they're whole again. Now all of a sudden they're absent. Now all of a sudden they're whole again.
Yeah, no, it's forgiveness.
Not a cow.
I was a born again version, whatever you want to call it, whatever. I'm with her.
So is it just
I'm with her. It's no. All it is forgiving yourself. Period. Is you trying to do better. You trying to be more celibate. You trying to be more careful who you have sex with. That's it.
Okay, I don't really like the phrase born again virgin because that sounds crazy, but all right. I get
want to do better.
Yeah, you're just trying to do better. Trying to
Just say you're gonna. And a lot of women, like when they use that phrase, they're referring to them being abstinent.
Yeah, like I
you know.
That's why I said celibacy or something like.
But let me ask you this. Let me ask you this: as many partners as that woman may have had, a lot of people avoid the answer to this question. Okay, the man that you choose to spend the rest of your life with, right? With you controlling access, with women control access to sex and men control access to relationships, are you going to give him that same energy that you did the sneaky links, them side partners, all the people that came from your body count?
I would hope so. That's the only way you keep them in.
He gets all the energy. There's no lack.
But that's the thing. That's the difference in that thing, because if you
it's given
born again and sanctified, right by you. So clearly, if you need her to give you that type of energy, I'm pretty sure that man is putting forth that effort to be like, yo, I'm gonna show you a little different or better, right? Better, different. I'm gonna just show you a new life. So I'm pretty sure she's slobbing that knob just like she slobbed the rest of them. So yeah,
exactly.
I would hope so. Anyway, I mean, I would think so. I would really, really hope so. Because if not, and she gonna make that man wait, he's gonna be sticking dick to the next toe just like anybody else. I'm pretty sure. Exactly.
Let's go back. I wanna go back to something that we had pulled up here. I'm gonna take y'all off the screen. And I want to read some statistics on the same post. It goes back to the early. We were talking about the 90s. Now we're going back to the 1990s. So here we go, right here. Boom. I'm gonna put this up on the screen, y'all. Boom, boom. At the stream, and we're gonna blow that up real fast. Pause. So right here it says trend data going back to the 1990s. Suggests that men have always been more likely than women to cheat. Even so, mind you, this is back in the 90s. So even so, older men were no more likely to cheat than their younger peers in the past. In the 1990s, the infidelity rate peaked among men ages 50 to 59, 31%, and women ages 40 to 49, 18%. It was lower for both men and women at the older end of the age spectrum. Between 2000 and 2009, the highest rate of infidelity shifted to men ages 60 to 69, to making 29%, and women ages and women ages. You ready for this, Neil Long? Hold on. You ready for this, Neil Long? Ages 50 to 59. I'm gonna play it again. Nia Long, ages 50 to 59. Should have took your old dusty ass down the aisle and called it a day. God damn it.
But that just goes along with what I said earlier. Like, with those statistics and stuff, it's always going to be a different peak between the ages all the time because.
And she's still pretty too, by the way.
Female sex drive, because at a certain age, female sex drive peak up and guys peak down, and vice versa. It all depends on how old you is, on what's going on. But another thing is, you said in 1990s, like y'all just spoke on, 1990s, everybody had, you know, the X at a certain stage. And
everybody was hoes in the 80s. Come on,
for sure, they just get up in the freaking.
Oh, listen to this. Listen.
You put on some what's their name? Coming back.
Or just the freaknik part. All them freaking ladies, man, everybody parents get down to the age, sure.
Right.
So, but the thing is, like you said, men peaked in the 90s, and in the 2000s, it was females. Right. You gotta think about it. It wasn't as much access to this, like you spoke on earlier, than it is then to now. Of course, women is around now. They like, yeah, what's up, nigga? Like they publicly asking niggas for dates. And, you know, they take an initiative more than guys is.
Listen, I'm gonna say pause in advance. They the ones telling the niggas that. Hold on.
What is court? What is that?
Let me say this.
It's like, you know how they used to do back in the day when they used to like take you out with their parents and stuff like that. Like they used to show you that they like you before they went to take you on a date.
Yeah, we want a Chick-fil-A and that's it.
You mean that's how they like you now? They want to just let the nigga call them like, oh, you want to take this ride? You know, that's cool.
And look.
For people no more. Like, what?
Let me tell you something. Sexually, a lot of these modern women, they're so open and aggressive with it. They calling you. They calling the niggas and telling them to drop dick off. Pause.
Yeah. Without a doubt, because now in the generation, in the age bracket and stuff like that, that's going on now, because at the time changing, it's given like y'all spoke on earlier. Nobody is valuing nothing. It's no value. It's no courtship. It's no what's the word I'm looking for when the men hold doors and pull out chairs.
Just being more.
Where's the word? It's an actual word.
I would just say being more old school.
Granted, that is it, but it's an extra word for I can't think of it right now, but it's with the pull out your chair, give you a jacket when you're cold, and open the door for you, stuff like that.
I mean, all right, he's being a gentleman.
It's an extra word. I just can't think of it right now, but you know, people don't even value that, so they was giving you. Think about even the music back then. People really used to love on you with them songs. I wanna love you. I wanna sex with you. I wanna take you on a date. I just wanna be with you. Now was giving no pop that ass, take that ass,
and then another thing is when you're gonna and perfect example, right? And let me tell you the problem is this internet, this technology era, not internet. Let's just say technology. This technology era. You could go to dinner. You can go before you used to be able to go to dinner, enjoy a nice conversation, good times, candles, all that stuff like that. Now you're going to dinner and you making more love to your food with that goddamn camera than you are with the folks on the actual person. Before y'all eat, you just gotta get a video. You gotta get a video of your food and put it on fucking social media. We're at the Waffle House.
Is that really the issue? That's really not the issue. Taking a picture or two, that's really not the issue. The issue is how you act as a person. What's your character? What's your mannerism? Because it wouldn't matter if I pulled out my phone and took a picture of the food or not. If the conversation ain't there, if this shit ass is your ass. If this whole dinner itself is corny, it's corny. I want to go home. Right.
Well, I got the answer back from
back in the day. Yeah, they didn't have phones and stuff. They didn't have technology, but it was more of a conversation. It was more interesting. People really wanted to know you. Niggas only take you out nowadays just to see if they can get some ass afterwards or see where it's going to land.
Date 1, date 2, date 3.
Like, nobody care about what's going on. Nobody,
but you know what? But you know what? with all, and before I get into what my response to that, Smooth finally answered back. He said, all married. We're referring to the poly couples. He says all married. They've raised kids in all 120 plus years. So, he's basically saying that there are people out here that really understands, and it's really about the poly life in a more real life case scenario, like where they actually can balance the love faithfully as well too, and not outside of that tri marriage. So I just wanted to give y'all the answer to that. The answer was for y'all. But I want to say this. You might like this next part right here on this research study. It goes actually further back into the 50s. So listen to this. A generation of cohort effort is likely to contribute to this shifting gender gap is infidelity. As Nicholas Wolfinger noted in an earlier post, Americans born in the 1940s and 1950s reported the highest rates of extramarital sex, perhaps because they were the first generations to come of age during the sexual revolution. My analysis by gender suggests that men and women follow a slightly different age pattern when it comes to extramarital sex. Women born in the 1940s and 1950s are more likely, listen to this, more likely than other women to be unfaithful to their spouse, and men born in the 1930s and 1940s have a higher rate than other age groups of men. The higher infidelity rate among these two cohorts contribute to the changing pattern in the gender gap as they grow older over time. It seems like it's a repeat of the same thing.
Yeah, I just said that.
Just with bigger statistics.
But explain to me what they say. Say that in like logical terms, right?
Basically, the sexual revolution started in the 1940s. Okay, and it's showing.
Is that what the more sexist does?
Right. It's showing that the statistics back then are painting the same narrative of what it is now, except it's just worse now. It's that over the years, the age ranges changed on who is more infidel than the other gender. It really.
Because I be watching shows from back then, like Bridgerton and all that stuff. I love them shows, but definitely back then, because remember everything. But like there goes the show what I just said about courting. Like they was real big on courting females and arranged marriages and stuff like that. So without a doubt, they was cheating. I ain't gonna say the stuff is real, but I done seen it on them type of shows. Like they be cheating because you got the men, they be living in the same house with separate rooms. Right. They don't do nothing until they marry, or if they do, nail you touch, so nobody want to look at you. Like, the stuff was valued way differently than it is now. Like, it was real big on marriage. It wasn't no boyfriends and girlfriends back then. It was, we got married, that's it. And we didn't know each other now. So it's a difference. Look at Tina Turner and Ike. When Tina met Ike,
how about that? How about that?
He was definitely married and had that lady in the house. Had Tina in the house. Shaking up their happy. Shaking up their home.
Look at this.
Watch the movie.
Can y'all see this?
She was like, married. He said,
so this is a demographic chart. It says the demographics of cheating in America. I don't know if you can see it that well, but it says the percentage of reported having sex with someone other than a spouse while married. So listen to this. So it says men and now mind you, this is as of 2018. No, but listen, this is just showing the actual chart. So you're gonna see the numbers. So this is as of this is the chart as of 2018. So for men, They do it by gender, they do it by age range, they do it by race, and they do it by actual government's affiliation status. So they break it down to a bacon bit. So it says men 20, with women 13, white 16, black 22, and Hispanic 13. Ages 13 to 34 is 11%, 35 to 64 17%, 65 and plus 18%. Here's this one. Ready for this one? High school or less 15%, some college 18%, college or more 16%. Democrats, oh Jesus Christ, 18%, some Republicans 14%, independents 15%. Grew up with your parents 15%. Did not grow up with both parents 18%. Religious service attendance at least once a week 14%, several times a month or year 14%, 1 year or less 19%.
Wow.
This is based on adults who are either currently married or have been married before. And this was made from 2010 to 2016. This chart was made. So if it was that bad back then, holy shit! See, look how bad it is now, and how due it may be to get worse.
Yeah.
What if the narrative flips completely?
Yeah.
Gender wise, where it's actually like open, it's more women coming out and saying this stuff now. What if the narrative actually switches completely?
Yeah.
It validates the statement.
No, it's still that female cheat more. That's still like I said earlier. That's like if I'm a barber, I cut to my hair decent, better than an actual barber. I'm not no barber. I just do so well. I just got going on. That's it. I don't feel like if I cut that to my hair, I gave an uptill fade, and it's better than a barber. That don't mean I'm a barber.
Listen, just because I know how to do your taxes don't mean I'm a taxes and stuff.
Okay, you not the IRS. You not the people that you ain't TurboTax. I'm in.
Stop the cow.
What you doing?
Stop the cow.
But this is a good one. I wish I could have found that video, man. It's a shame. I wish I could have found that video. Let's look up cheating statistics in 2022.
Yeah, chivalry. There you go. There you go.
Chivalry. There you.
I was like, no, I knew that word was. I could not get that word out to save my life because I be telling niggas dead like y'all don't even know what chivalry is. Like what? But people don't know what that is because of how they was raised though. Like some people, and it's so bad that you really got to think about like how people raising was or upbringing is because a lot of people just don't know certain stuff. Like
and that's all. That's all I was gonna say. You gotta teach them. But you know what? We just have to adapt and accept what it is and just improve on it. Like you just gotta teach it. Like if you're with a gentleman and he doesn't open up the door for you, right? Don't get mad at him because he wasn't taught. Teach that man. Tell him, hey, look, I would prefer if you get what I'm saying, right? I would tell him, but teach me how to love. Show me the way to surrender my heart. You get what I'm saying? You gotta teach him.
Probably don't even know that he's supposed to hope.
They never been taught. They never been taught how to do it.
Everybody just deer here with the headlights on. Don't nobody know what's going on. People just live how they can live and adapt to whatever they're adapting to. Because granted, it really don't take that much to learn nothing, but you gotta be open to be able to learn. You have to be able to understand. They don't want to take knowledge.
Here's the problem because a lot of people don't want to be alone and take a time out. A lot of people don't want to practice being alone. You want to rush so fast. Back in the day. Let me say this. Back in the day. Oh wait, you was on a date. Oh, let me hear this. Good.
I told this guy, I said I've been single for 2 years, whatever. He was like, oh my gosh, you serious? You're so pretty. So, all that line lecture. And I'm like, yes, because to really be in a position where you want to settle down, get married, all that good stuff, you have to take time out for yourself. You have to. Because if you don't take time out for yourself, then you don't even know yourself. You're just going to be out here smashing, diamond dash. That's it. You're going to be on your hot girl summer fun, or you're going to be on niggas ain't shit, or come on now.
Let me read this next comment.
Vice versa. But it's very, very important to have time for yourself.
Because even with the time by yourself, I think when people say time by yourself, it's little to none that really value that. Oh, I need my space to learn and educate.
They don't get that.
They feel like you said, when people is by themselves and they get to know when they self, they feel like time to shake the ass and turn the fuck up because
no.
But granted, it's really not. But I think also, it's not even about if you want to get married stuff. You gotta be on the even playing field. I don't know. On some real stuff, I ain't gonna say my age, but I'm old enough to know that a lot of people don't want to be married. I've heard that multiple times. But meanwhile, I'm leaving.
It's overrated.
I think everybody should be married.
Marriage is overrated at 22.
Yeah, don't nobody think they should be married. Don't nobody really believe in love. No. Like I'm so built on old school fashion and loving and dubbing and being together. People be looking at me like my head's in the clouds, and I don't care because I'm gonna get mine.
Don't they
look at you, stupid girl? They look at you.
Let me read this next comment real fast right here. Hold on one second. Let me read this right here. So, somebody in the comment section on YouTube says, "Women have way more opportunities to cheat, especially with social media. You get offers while you sleep, while on the toilet, all day as a woman." Hold on. Let me finish reading this. Hold on. Let me finish reading this. It says women are taking these out. He says women have way more opportunities to cheat, especially with social media. You get offers while you sleep, while on the toilet, all day as a woman. Women are taking these opportunities now more than ever. Do you agree? Wait, let's do one person at a time. Jody, I'm gonna start with you. Do you agree with that statement? Yes or no? Why?
First and foremost, what the same opportunities females got, niggas is the one that's giving them the opportunity. People wouldn't even act the way they act if the other race the other sex wasn't making it okay. A lot of the reasons why people even act the way they act is because they're still validated somewhere. Like just because I don't like it. I don't like that nigga. That don't mean she ain't gonna like that nigga. So it's being okay and validated somewhere else. Just like I'm getting DMs and niggas like, I want to take you out. That nigga that's writing that just said girls got all them opportunities. That's probably the same nigga that's the one that's DMing the female saying, I want to take you out. I like you. Or writing on my 89-week-old picture and put heart eyes on it.
Talk about it.
Because females ain't doing that 89 weeks ago. 100,000 weeks ago pictures and putting heart eyes on it. Niggas, that's the nigga thing. Females ain't doing it. Then we might do a little slide or keep liking your pic because we give you the okay to be like, all right, come DM me, nigga. Yeah, what's up? But we ain't right. Niggas, we quick to write on my old picture.
I actually did a little video on this. Listen to this video I did. Listen to this video I did real fast. I did a video on this other day. It was called I named it The Audacity of Selfish People Who Are Even Self-Aware. So I called the selfish like catfish, like the audacity of selfish people who are even self-aware. Listen to this video. See, the thing about self-awareness, there are a lot of people that are not self-aware, yet they have the audacity to step out here and demand people to be aware of their existence.
Wait a minute.
There are a lot of people out here that have the audacity to be aware, want people to be aware of their existence. You're not putting in the work yourself. Sometimes you have to blame yourself because you already knew. You already knew that chick that you were talking to. You already knew she was a 304. You already knew she was a 304, but you chose to stay with her. Not only did you choose to stay with her, you started her in a DM.
You can't make this shit up.
See, and this is what he's talking about. So let me just make this statement. This is what he's talking about. We're talking about the internet era that women have capitalized on. And like I said, I agree with you on this part. You know, it takes two to tangle. Sex is the value. I always said this. Sex is a value exchange, not a dictatorship. It takes two to tangle. A lot of women move like sex is a dictatorship, but it's really a value exchange. She gets pleasure, he gets pleasure. I don't give a fuck if she's faking an orgasm. She's still getting some type of pleasure out of it. It takes two to have sex. So, and they capitalize on this, and men, and I'm sorry, no men, a lot of men, they allow this because the first place, this is why our internet errors are so corrupt, because the internet has taken over. There's so many ways for you to meet somebody or to communicate with somebody without meeting them in person. The DM, dating apps, Facebook. When do you think that we was ever going to come across a day that Facebook about self-awareness? There are a lot of people that are not. Let me close that shit.
Me and Moore, you're actually right.
But yeah, well, let me finish. Where were you ever going to? I'm gonna read the comment too. When will you ever think that you was gonna come into an era where Facebook added a dating app? Because they capitalize on people being lazy. They didn't have none of this shit back in the day. Back in the day, when you had to buy a car, they didn't have the Facebook Marketplace. They didn't have OfferUp. They didn't even have freaking Craigslist. You had to pay for an ad to get put inside of a newspaper or a car advertisement book. That Yellow Pages, holla, Yellow Pages, White Pages. You get what I'm saying?
What about the hotlines though? What about those hotlines? I was about to say, you had 49,
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why it goes to show what I said earlier. Is it really the social media stuff, or is it really just people mad?
But I'm saying, people.
Hold on, let me talk.
Good, do you think?
You got the hotline. You got the because y'all remember, come on, y'all remember HBO, Talk to Me. So I
HBO, Real Sex and all that, like
don't talk to me now. What about those Cinemax?
You can do all that stuff. What's
talk to me?
Hot girl doing?
Listen, okay. Come on, let's be grown. We're gonna be grown. We're gonna talk grown. Let's talk grown.
Remember, wait. Pretty Ricky even put on the song on the hotline.
So wait, what's the 304 female? Because I keep.
Oh, hold on. All right. I'm gonna pull this up so everybody can see the definition of what. I'll explain what a 304 is. A 304 is known, right? A 304 is known as what they consider a thought. A 304 is also considered a woman. She don't have to be a thought, but she can have very high unrealistic expectations on what she wants in a man.
That's too much. Just say she.
They go by, and the perfect example that I use is perfect example that I use is they go by the 666 standard. He must make six figures or more. He must be 6 inches tall. He must be, 6 inches or longer. Pause. Like I'm talking about women that want the top 10% of men. Women who want the top 10%, it starts at 6 figures, because if there's anything under 6 figures, they don't want it. But that's neither here nor there. But
honestly, in 2022, is they really? I mean, you got something that's really like this. I remember there was like a thing back in the day. I do remember that, like people really were standing tall on certain things, but I'm pretty sure that probably is a thing now, but everything is so accepted, so people don't even be caring. They really don't. They don't be caring, but I do know the females that do, because you gotta think about it. If I'm carrying it and I'm carrying it like you gotta come to this table with something, because I give the table. You mean like what you gonna come? Right.
Do you agree with this statement? Somebody else hit in the comment section. They said. Somebody hit in the comment section. They said, I'm cracking up. Boo. They said, tell her it's up to the married cheater to govern the relationship. You can't blame men for the opportunity. Accountability, please. Do you agree with that?
You gotta be shitting me. The thing is, that's just with cheating regular. That doesn't mean you gotta be married. This could be with you with a girlfriend and boyfriend. I always tell somebody, granted, when a girl or female or nigga,
He's just giving a case scenario. You don't have to be married, but he's giving a case scenario. He's giving a case scenario.
I'm about to give you one. So that's just like if me and you was together.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I'm lying. That's just like if you with somebody and you decide to talk to me and not let me know. I don't owe. So first and foremost, I don't owe that female anything because I don't even know this lady. Granted, it's not good because how dare I still be with a man that's with somebody? But I don't owe that girl anything. So who's the wrong one who's stepping out? You owe that female something, not me. And that's vice versa. In another, like, you know, in my relationship, if I was with somebody and I'm with a nigga and the nigga decide, you mean? That's I owe that man something.
I was just in that situation last month, right? I had a guy.
That's crazy.
Yes, I had a guy say that he wanted to be with me, but he had a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And he was open, he was honest. And I said, you know, I appreciate your honesty, but baby, listen, I'm not that girl.
Yeah.
I'm not that girl.
All right.
Yeah, like you don't owe that person loyalty. He does. That's the problem. Damn, like I said, damn, you giving that person the opportunity. It is so crazy because this go back to show the generational things and all that in certain parents because my thing is, if you telling the female, that girl definitely still gonna talk to you because you told her. So now it's like you giving me the opportunity to know how I need to move around and act accordingly. But if you're not giving me the opportunity, then you got me. We need deep in, balls deep, and then I find out you got a wife or a girlfriend or a baby mom. I'm getting hurt there because, like I said, this even goes to the show. Like, am I really the other woman or am I your other girlfriend? Because like, you got too much going on because you ain't even.
But I'm gonna go back to this statement. I'm gonna go back to the statement.
That's why I said, and that's why I declined it respectfully. I said respectfully, I'm not going. Respectfully,
I tell me, but like you said, I ain't that girl. But then you got other people that's like, I'm glad you told me. Like, I know how to move now. You can still be my little
But let me go back to this statement though. It gets too far to that because back in the day I was using this example with cars, right? You could put it for the only way that locally you wouldn't know that a car is for sale, right? Is if you put a for sale sign, and let me get the whole statement out first. If you put a for sale sign on the window and it says the car is for sale with the phone number on there, and you just happen to go past the car. So now this car catches your attention and it has a for sale sign. So you get out and you go get them digits and you call, say, hey, I see your car's for sale. Are you home? Yeah, sure. Come on, check it out. So right. But now you have so many options to choose from on how to buy a car. All the manufacturers are capitalizing on the internet era. So at some point, there's not going to be any dealerships where you're only buying a car online. There's so many options. You then become lazy. It's not like back in the day. It's not like back in the day where it's a chick coming outside. It's not like back in the day where like you could see. Hell, we don't even have to go that far back. Let's go back to the 90s. Let's go back to the 90s. Or even the 2000s. You could see a nice little looking chick walking down the street or something like that. And she's right there. She has access for you to try to holler at her. Whether you get declined or you don't get declined, that's fine. The same way that you can go inside of a car dealership, right? You could see a nice car and you will be able to negotiate. Nowadays, there's so many options, but it's like going into a Walmart. It's a whole bunch of stuff, but it's a whole bunch of nothing. You go in there and then you can't even haggle. You can't even negotiate. Not only you can't negotiate, the dealership, let's call a dealership the modern day woman. They put a $7,000 price tag on top of the sticker price of the car. It's so many options to buy a car, but it's just a whole bunch of nothing. Like everybody does everything over the internet. Text messaging. You didn't have the luxury of texting people back in the day. Flip phones was just a thing. Flip phones just as a thing. Nigga was just getting excited about texting on their flip phone. Don't text me. Don't call me after 9 o'clock. Minutes was free.
Definitely couldn't call because you had to make the calls and the text at 9 o'clock.
Listen.
And them minutes better have been available for your mom to call you.
You also had people that you also still had to call people. So it's don't like we not going to act crazy like it just wasn't technology outside our era came.
Right.
It was technology. It just wasn't. But the thing is, everything going to change with time.
Now you don't even have to have your phone on.
Like it matters on your character, your main resident.
Look at this. Look at this.
Technology is technology. Like
But let me say this. I'm just capitalizing.
That's why I wanted to say, because listen, y'all know between 1 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock in the morning is what everybody know.
But let me capitalize on this though.
You don't need the internet to know that.
But wait. Let me say this. Let me capitalize on this. I'm saying that to say, right, where pagers wasn't really a thing. I didn't use a pager, but now, like, technology is so advanced, your phone don't even have to be on. All you need is a Wi-Fi connection, iPhone to iPhone, to text each other. And because technology is so advanced, a lot of people don't meet in person to have in-person relationship experiences. They hide their experiences behind the phone, and a lot of people don't even want to talk on the phone anymore because phone people were so excited to talk on the phone. Now you don't even have to have your phone can be off, and as long as you're on Wi-Fi, you could text. So now everybody hides behind text messages.
No, definitely people got lazy.
Oh my God!
I'm not negating the lazy part because I'm definitely not negating the fact that people are lazy as hell. I'm one of them. But that's the thing. I don't want to be with a regular phone. I don't FaceTime. I love FaceTime because, like, see me. If we gonna talk, we gonna talk for real. Right. I don't like being ear to ear. Right. Now, texting and FaceTime, that's another thing. I'm down for that. But like, definitely people got lazy with the texting and stuff because that means if I shoot you a text, that means I checked in. That means I don't really have to hear your voice. Like, back in the day, my mind used to heavy be on, like, nigga, why you ain't call me? Like, hello? Like, make sure I'm living. Make sure I'm breathing. A text, that could have been anybody. You feel me? And I like I said, I'm so big on back in the day. I believe in a lot of stuff. Not saying that I'll adapt to the generational things in this era because, like I said, everything still has to grow. Everything still has to move on. Technology definitely made a lot of stuff simpler and like real easy and lazier, but that don't still take away from the person because if you stand for something and not just anything, you still gonna stand for what you stand for. Like, it's your mannerism, it's your character. If you don't like certain stuff, you gonna stick and stay on it. I don't like that, and that's just what it is. Social media and internet and all this access really don't got nothing to do with nothing because if you gonna stand on it, that's what you gonna stand on. But that's the thing, people not standing for anything because of the era and because everything is so switched up. Nobody stands for nothing. Nothing is valued, and everything is tangible. Everything is validated. So if this nigga out here cheating and got multiple females and all that, baby, just because I don't like it, that don't mean that other female didn't say, all right, that's cool with me. Like, just make sure you keep cutting them checks. So it's okay somewhere. Just like the girls that ain't giving them no ass, but everybody get an ass because they selling all they pics and they on Instagram naked. Just because you don't like your female being all naked outside and doing whatever they do, that don't mean the next nigga not, because that's what the niggas like. The niggas want to see the ass pics and the titties all over Instagram or bitches shaking their ass, but they want their girlfriend all in the crib or some homebody making meals and into the crib, making tending to their kids. No, that ain't how life works. People got to be able to stand on things and be okay with retaliation and consequences and repercussions, and people not. People can't be okay with that. People not, like, if you cheat on me and the female feel like, oh, I want to cheat back, you have to stand on that because how are you, Neil? I cheat once, Neil is the end of the world. How are you cheated 50 times? No, you have to stand on that. Don't act like karma not going to bite your ass because I may just happen to be your karma. So, Neil, look, I got you crying, holding your chest fight in the air because you done cheated on me 50 times and now I'm getting my lick back. How? So I'm wrong because I got my lick back? No. Because I might have just been your karma. I might have just been that one that was going to teach you a little something because you done did foul shit by all these other females. And that's vice versa. Right. People might be the same way. They don't got me crying, I'm getting skinny, I'm depressed because I don't know what's to go on because you done turned my life upside down. It all wraps around character, mannerism, and if you gonna stand for something. Because if you're not gonna stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything. And that's the era and the generation that we're in there. You got niggas wearing tighter jeans than females, wearing purses. Like niggas can't even let nothing be for the eye of the female. They wearing purses, they wearing skinny jeans, they taking their Lego, they putting wigs on, acting like it's funny. Like something, don't get me wrong, like I said. It's not non-adaptable, but that don't mean it's okay.
Is somebody snoring? Who's that?
It's my girl sleeping.
Oh, okay. yo, it just stuck out like a sore thumb.
Right. I'm about to say, wait a minute, is my girl sleeping?
No. I heard it. So I was like, wait a minute.
No, for real, Kiki, because think about it. Like, chin up, chest out, nigga. Like, take it up like how I took it up. Like, okay, all that cheating is still stuck by your side. Don't get mad when I give even just a little nigga my number. Because, to be honest, females don't even be really needing to do much, especially because social media made it so okay for certain stuff. Think about it. A nigga really be outside cheating at the club, at the bars, whatever. And now you not answer your phone. Now the girl get mad. All that girl gotta do is drop a fire pick on Instagram about all the niggas that DM on this. Now who really mad? Now you fight in the air. No, chin up, chest out. Take you how I did, nigga.
Listen to this. It said, listen to this.
But now I'm doing. It seems like I'm trying to do tit for tat because you hurt my feelings. They was trying to hurt yours.
All right, listen to this. This 2022 stats. We're gonna bring this up right now. So I have some stats up here. We'll bring this up. Chrome tab, Google statistics. Okay. So share. Boom. All right. So it says here. Go closer to these tabs out. All right. So it says, as stated, this is an infidelity statistic 2022. How much cheating is going on? So let's find out. A lot of people are saying different things, so we'll find out. As stated, according to the General Social Survey, 20% of married men admitted to cheating, and 13% of women. But the amount of women cheating has gone up 40%. It says right here. Well, what did the number say? Boom, we're gonna click on that. Yep. Some websites have published unverified numbers claiming that about 40% of unmarried relationships and 25% of marriages see at least one incident of infidelity. That's fucking cap. One. And another estimate of the Journal of Marriage and Divorce concludes a mind-blowing 70% of married Americans cheat at least once in their marriages. 30 to 60% of married couples will cheat at least once. 74% of the men and 68% of women admit they cheated. They cheated if it was guaranteed they'd never get caught. 60% of affairs start with close friends or co-workers. The average affair lasts 2 years. 69% of marriages break up as a result of an affair being discovered. This is not what any of us want to hear, but the ugly truth is better than the beautiful lies. So why do people cheat? The usual reason that people assume for cheating is that one or both partners are not happy, are unsatisfied, or are having other personal problems. The truth is more complicated. Statistics show that 50% of men and 34% of women who commit infidelity rate their marriages are as happy or very happy. This makes the reason people cheat a little harder to dissect and comprehend. What do you think of that? Can you hear me?
I can believe it. When you said that females is cheating more, like it went up, right?
Yeah, it said it went up 40%.
Yeah, I can believe it now. You said 2022. I can believe it. I can definitely believe it because everybody believe in getting a lick back. If everybody didn't believe it, like their whole saying in itself, or they didn't like, they wasn't okay with that type of stuff. Because like I said, I don't really believe. I never cheated with not near ever none of my niggas ever. Not a boyfriend. Not even like if I was. I feel like technically, if I'm dealing with you, or at least if we having sex, it's not. I can't have sex with multiple people at the same time. So I probably take you more serious than I probably need to, just because I'm just not one of them girls. But I believe in karma too. I just feel like if you get your lick back, what's going to happen after that? Like, oh my God, I believe in that karma so bad, because the thing is, how you react is your karma. It's not what somebody did to you. It's how you react. What's your reaction afterwards? Because all you can do is, be accountable for that. If somebody do something to you, you can't be accountable for what somebody did to you. You only can take accountability for what you did back. And at that point, that shit lit. And they don't look at you.
Wow, they look at this. They put up some actual case scenario reasons as to why. It says the top 5 reasons people have been tempted to cheat or have been cheated. They use a European standard and an American standard. So it says European women, their reasons are the number 5 reason says I needed to feel sexy. American women, I was bored. The number 4th reason was the number 4th. Holy shit! The number 4th reason for European women says the other person was really there for me. In contrast, American women said the other person was really hot. Number 3 was I was having doubts about my relationship. That's European women. For American women, their contrast is I was having doubts about my relationship. Okay, same thing. Number 2 was for European women, they would say the other person was really hot. American woman says the other person was really there for me.
So they numbers. So America's number 2 is their number 4.
No. I'm reading. I'm reading like the number, the 5th reason, the 4th to the 2nd. Like what European women say versus what the American women would say. Why they were tempted to cheat.
Wasn't what they number 2 of American and European number 4 was the same because the other person was there for them. Right. So
while European women is saying the other person was really hot, American women is saying the other person was really there for me. So it means they didn't really care if he was hot. They didn't really care if he was hot. He was just there for her. So
I'm saying what you read prior to that. Europeans just said that. I think number 4, right?
Which one? Where it said the other person was really I needed to feel sexy. I was bored. No. I'm reading. They're showing number 1, number 2, they're showing numbers 1 through 5, and under each.
Said that crazy.
Okay. I was trying to comprehend what you were saying. So but
starting from number 5, right?
Number 5 was European women said I needed to feel sexy. American women said I was bored.
Number 4 here.
Number 4 said the other person was really there for me. American woman.
And number 2 of Americans said the same thing, right?
The other person was really there for me.
Really there for me. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. They said the same thing.
Right. Makes sense. Now, listen to number 1. European women said my partner stopped paying attention to me. Oh, they both said the same thing.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I don't really agree with the board.
Here's the men. Ready for the men?
Because I'm bored, but I ain't cheated.
Ready for the men?
All
right. We're gonna go from 5 to 1 for the men. So the number 5th, European men said, my partner stopped paying attention to me. Same thing for men. My partner stopped paying attention to me. So number 4, European men said I was bored. American men said my partner and I weren't having sex.
Yeah, that's like a big thing too. But go ahead.
Number 3, European men said my partner and I weren't having sex versus American men who said I was having doubts about my relationship. This is interesting. Number 2, European men said the other person was really there for me. American men said people were hitting on me. And number 1, both parties said the other person was really hot.
So it always rally everybody feels the same way. Everybody be acting like niggas can't have feelings too. Like niggas be emotional. I think niggas is way more emotional than females, but by law, by creatures, by females definitely are just emotional.
That is far much the case as men are expressing their feelings more now, so more than ever.
Definitely, I could agree with that because men so built on expressing your feelings is soft, like it's gay shit, like that's if I feel vulnerable, like no, like
because they're seen as weak, right?
Anything is so you're supposed to be okay with feeling vulnerable for your person, and that's what females or men. But everybody will be so fucking strong. I'm tired of the strong woman and strong man thing. Like nigga, cry. Let me see you shed a tear.
Like they can't even cry. Like yes,
oh,
look at this one. They say, what do people consider cheating?
Yeah, see, that goes to show what I'm saying. What is
So look, they got a percentage for this for Europeans versus Americans under each category. For vaginal intercourse is considered cheating for Europeans. Women, 85.6% of women from the European consider vaginal intercourse as cheating. Men, 81.4%. Americans, holy shit. 99% of women consider vaginal intercourse as cheating. Men, 97%. Oral intercourse.
Because what the fuck? You having sex? That's cheating.
All right, oral intercourse. They actually show an image of a mouth and a tongue. Okay.
Yes, cheating. I feel like cheating is anything that you don't feel comfortable with doing in front of your spouse. Period. Like your person. So if you wouldn't get that nigga number in front of that nigga, then that's cheating. If you wouldn't write that nigga back and you wouldn't sit hard eyes in front of that man, that's cheating. If you fucking on that nigga, you cheating. Like if you letting that nigga eat your ass, that's cheating.
Matter of fact, I'm not even going to read the percentages. I'm just going to read the reasons that they use: vaginal intercourse, oral intercourse, anal intercourse, kissing, heavy petting, spooning, cuddling, getting emotionally close, sleeping in the same bed. Oh, hand holding. Oh, wait, you ready for this last one? Holy shit. Ready? Going out as friends.
In that aspect, it goes to the intent. But like I said, anything that you wouldn't do in front of your spouse is cheating. It wouldn't matter what it is. It could be anything. Anything that you don't feel comfortable with doing in front of your folks, that means you cheating.
It's unfaithful. You're unfaithful outside the means of your relationship.
You said what?
Unfaithful is being considered unfaithful outside the means of your relationship if you can't do it openly.
Anything you don't think is okay in front of your folks is dead wrong. So if you can't go out with your male friend and tell your person that, or vice versa, if you can't go out with your girlfriends without your girl feeling away, or you being like sneaky about it, then you wrong. You did wrong. In most cases, that be the case, because niggas be knowing niggas' intent, just like females do. Like we be knowing, like it all depends on the intent. If it's somebody who grew up or like being around a family, y'all ain't really had. But like this day and age, everybody fucking each other. You got people that's calling each other brother, cousin, uncle, best friend, and they just fuck them and suck them and pluck them all day, or in the past, or some weird shit like this. So it's the intent when it comes down to that. But like I said, anything outside of your person, and that you think that's going to make them feel away, or that you're not okay with doing in front of them, or near them, around them, it's foul. You cheating. You cheating, period. Just like all the little corny little things, like spoon and sleep in the same bed, stuff like that. I mean, certain shit, I'll be okay with this. Not with a female, because I know bitches, but everybody know how I get personally when it comes to guys. I got more guy friends than girls. So, of course, I got 1,000 nigga friends that I could probably sleep around and do, like, certain shit around that. They don't even look at me twice. But then the other sticks, you got that girl that be like, no, like, you keep being around there like, they might think I'm a threat. Meanwhile, I don't look at them niggas no type of way. We probably never ever had nothing either. But it just don't go like that. So, yeah.
Hold on. Because now I'm going to go to the comment section right before I close this out. Paris says, I see Samir Moore Paris says, I'm going to read all her comments. So, okay, back to back.
You said who?
Samir Moore Paris. Okay, yes.
Okay.
So just if you could just give me a second here. I'm going to run my movie for a second. She says, I'm starting to give up on love. Married men. No. She says, might as well be single. If you want to cheat, be there. Damn, this thing just scrolled up. But it sounds like she just said beat her cake and eat it.
Wait, what you say she said?
Hold on, because I'm gonna go back to her comment. I'm gonna go back to her comment. She says, oh wow, look at that. A lot of comments here. Geeky Sheik says, please, my ex-husband was a serial cheater. When I cheated back, he wanted to shoot me.
What I say? chin up, chest out. Nigga, you was a serial cheater, then you mad because I done cheated once. Nigga, then you want to fight the air. I said that earlier. Or then I was talking to niggas, they want to fight the air. Like, go ahead, then.
She said, not holding your chest and fighting the air. Yeah, you definitely said that
Real
earlier.
red, like, chin up, chest out. Then you want to fight the air and kill you. Like, ain't no way.
More Paris says, oh, nah, I'll kick a nigga out of my house before I fake something in the bedroom.
She do what?
She said, I'll kick a ninja out my house before I fake something in the bedroom. I'm cracking up.
Yeah,
she said, I feel like men got different women for different purposes as well. She says, here we go. Yep, exactly what I said.
I said the same thing too, where I was like, I agree with her.
Exactly what I thought I said. That's exactly what I thought she said. Might as well be single if you want to cheat. Be there when they want, be their cake and eat it too. But let me tell you something. Paris, we had a conversation about this before, okay? She says, they be sneaking around like they don't have a girlfriend. I want to get back to the part where you said that you were about to give up being single. The conversation that I had about with you when we last spoke on the show was that some people need to learn how to slow down and spend time alone. We spend too much time, and this is what I was trying to say earlier, okay? And then I'm going to close this. We spend too much time in this internet era using all the opportunities to try to just jump into trying to holler at somebody, and we don't even. And this is what I was saying earlier on my thing. People have the audacity to want to get noticed by other people when they don't even notice themselves. People want to get known by other people, and they don't even know themselves. They don't even know themselves. And then we're so fast to jump into a relationship, or we're so fast to claim that we're in a relationship, the other person, there's no more communication. The other person don't even know that we're in a relationship. All of a sudden, you're asking them, who's that you was texting? And why you all in your feelings, cuz? Like, why you calling me cuz? Like, cuz I didn't know we were together, cuz.
That goes to speak on what I said earlier. Some people only do what you allow. So if that person on some clingy, why you doing this? Like, that's something that they probably allowing, because it's only but so many times you gonna do certain stuff that somebody gonna check you. Because I know a lot of people that don't like guys, for instance. A lot of guys don't even like their females talk so mentally, like them. They be on some like, yo, bro, yeah, nigga, like a lot of guys don't like that. So if they cut it and nip it in the bud right then and there, that female knows stop playing with me. I'm not your girlfriend. I'm not your friend. I'm your man, or I'm your person. You mean? There's certain stuff that people want to allow, and people not going to allow. So
Jody, it's as simple as this.
You start off like you're in, folks. And if she starts off manipulating, she's not going to stop manipulating.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah, that's a fact. Just like I said, people are going to do and allow what people allow them to do. If that girl gold digger don't nip it in the bud, she gonna continue to be a gold digger. She gonna get you for whatever you got, and that's vice versa with any situation. Anything that you allow, it's not a even playing field. That's just what it's gonna be. That's just like the guys that simply get a girl money and they don't gotta chill, they don't gotta do nothing, but probably go a little ass, give them a little dick, keep it pushing. They don't want nothing else. Like, you got certain females that come in guys' life and really feel like they about to change the world. Like, they doing right by them, they cooking, they feed, they doing all the nutrient and the motherly things.
Because they're content. Because they're content with being so lazy. Because modern women, I'm classifying as under modern women, they're so content with having all of these resources, so many options. They're just content with just being lazy. Where are the traditional women?
I don't know, because I know a couple females that's not really lazy, but they real nutrient. Like I said, I know a lot of people. So I know the females that's on the, you mean?
But is that the difference between a modern day woman or a traditional woman? That might be a traditional woman that you're talking about. I'm talking about modern women.
The thing of 2022, is there really, like, you got to think about what's the real difference between them, because you do got people that can be both. People can be modern women and traditional women because that's what they stand for. But that don't mean that they're not adapted with the time to be modern. You feel me? So which one is it? Like you don't have to pick a spot, but you got men that, you know, they just want what they want. You got men that don't really always want that girl that's catering and nurturing, that's gonna cook you a meal and be that nice girl that's gonna stay in the house. Some niggas really do just want them hoes that's gonna shake a little ass and, you know, fuck, you know what I mean? But then you got other, it may not just be that time for that person. Just, you know, different strokes for different folks.
Like
you said, people need to learn each other.
That's the difference between a man who's really looking for a traditional woman, a woman of substance, and a Pookie and Ray Ray.
Well, yeah, maybe.
They are present. I'm not knocking that. They are present. But don't use Pookies and Ray Ray. But don't Pookies and Ray Rays but don't use utilize Pookies and Ray Rays to say that all niggas ain't shit. You know, don't blame me for what Pookie and Ray Ray did.
I ain't gonna say all, but most ain't, just like most of the females ain't shit nowadays. It's all right now. It's right now.
So we just all pieces of shit, right?
I just said that earlier, like if this wasn't the time and the era for what's going on and what's allowed, people would not be like how they is.
Who does that change start with?
You said what?
Who does that change start with?
The change it's starting to end with you.
That's it. Conversation done. We can't save everybody. That's it. Conversation ends right there. It starts with you. We can't save everybody. You can only save yourself. The more you change yourself, the more you save it. The better. What I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, I get what you're saying, but the more that you understand and better, let me change it. The more you understand yourself to become the best version of yourself while you are by yourself, maybe you might just attract that same kind of person.
Honestly, let me ask you a question. Who's to say that people are really meant to do that, though? Just like I said about the cheating.
It's possible. People just lazy.
Who say that people are meant to do that by yourself stage? Some people are meant to be with somebody all the time. Because that's just like they're being. And it's people out there like that. They're just always with somebody.
Because they're scared to be alone. And take a time out. They just jump in there. Look, right? Does a job hire? Let me ask you this: does a job hire just hire you on the spot, or do they interview? Do they vet you out? You get the interview, you don't get the job.
Of course, you have to be interviewed.
Exactly. So why should that change just because we're in a modern era? Just because people move differently and just be in a relationship the next week like Lori Harvey, it doesn't negate the fact that there's still a problem.
But that's what I'm saying. If I'm interviewing you and I like you or we like each other, who's to say I can't hip hop scotch to you or to the next guy? If that shit ain't work, just like Lori Harvey. If that shit ain't work, I'm on to the next. If that shit ain't work, I'm on to the next. In that case, maybe she does know herself enough to know she's not standing and sticking and staying for certain shit that other motherfuckers did, because you got people that really would stick and stay and laugh and keep trying to work things out when you could just end it and quit it and go on to the next. Who's to say that that's really wrong or right to just be hopscotching to the next person if that shit ain't worked out?
And she could have been ready, We don't know if she took the time or period by herself. You're right. We don't know.
But I'm just saying, if she did or not, who's to say if it's right or wrong? We got this whole perception of what's right and what's wrong because of how certain people was raised and stuff like that, or how people was brought up. If she don't like it, why? If I don't like it, why do I gotta stay and try to figure it out?
Right, like I spent.
If it's like me, why can't I better if she was her?
I'm speaking by behalf of myself. I spent 4 years being single intentionally. I was talking to people here and there. You know, I was still sexually active, but. I took that time period off since my last serious relationship to really like get myself together. At that time, I was, I'm 30 now, so do the math. So, I took that time to really like get myself together. I was not in the process where I was prepared. I wanted to be in a relationship, but I was not ready. I was not prepared at the time, but I understood that. So I took the time, and got my rocks off and stuff like that, whatever case may be. But I took the time to get myself together. And, I tried talking to somebody in the more recent era and had to let them go. It doesn't mean I'm going to take another break again. I'm ready now. I know what I want now. So now that I have a better understanding of myself, now that I have gotten myself better, now I have worked on myself and become a better version of myself. Now it takes less time for me to tolerate my red flags because I actually took time to myself. I put myself in time out to think about myself and what is it that I'm doing wrong. Because for every issue in a relationship, no perfect relationship. There's no perfect relationship. That's never going to happen. It doesn't exist. But for every issue, you have to take accountability and understand that even if you didn't do anything wrong, you still contribute to the problem if you choose to stay.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That goes to show to just exactly what I just said when we made an inference on Lori Harvey. Who's to say that she's not at that point, that she gave herself some time, and any nigga that she with, and if they don't apply or they don't abide by whatever she will stick and stay by, she out and on to the next. You feel me? You just said that there was like, with the tolerate for the red flags and not out, you mean? It take less time to even understand or get it.
Right. All right, man.
So, like I said, I don't think that that's wrong. Like, it hurt. Just for her, it's like that because that was like a big thing. I don't really think that's wrong or right. I think it's politically incorrect because everybody looking at it like, oh, shit, like, oh, like, how she must him. But really sit back and think about it like, no, if that she ain't like him, or if they ain't work out how it was supposed to, how they thought it was, on to the next. Like, that's people's problem. Everybody sit and want to tolerate and want to keep something going till you're all burnt out, and then you have to give your time. You have to give time or that.
Can we now she's young, right? She's young, right? Let's talk about a woman that knows better. I'm sorry, I gotta keep going back to this Nia Long. Do you think that she knew better?
Now, what's this Nia Long thing? I've seen a little bit of it. I've seen her being cheated on or something, but I don't know what's going on.
Real simple. Nia Long and Celtics coach Emi Udoka, they were together for 12 years. They got together in 2010. They got engaged in 2015, but they never got married. They were still engaged. But she's always been vocal in interviews about how she doesn't believe in marriage because marriage is not a validation to her of being of proper love and stuff like that. She's been vocal about this. She said this. So why did you take this man's ring?
Oh, so wait, she was engaged forever.
She got engaged in 2015 and still was vocal about not believing in marriage because marriage, she doesn't need marriage to validate. No, you just wanted to be, you just wanted to be this right here. You just wanted to belong
to the streets.
That's what you wanted.
He belongs to the streets.
You just wanted to be that A-list celebrity and just still be on your face. You could have did that being married. She could have. She could have. You still got the kids out the man. So she got 2 kids out the man.
I mean, that's what I'm about to say. So marriage or engaged, that's just like people going together for 15 years and by law they married and they not married though. Like, so I don't really know how I feel about that. I don't know because people do that shit all the time. Not saying that, like I said, who makes certain stuff politically correct or incorrect because people be together for 20 years and never be married. But about anything after 7 years, by law, you're married. In the eyes of the law, anything happens.
Yeah, but we know she wasn't moving like we know she's not thinking logically like that. She there was something holding her back, is that she was not ready to be married. She didn't want to be married. She still wanted to move. She wanted the commitment of the marriage without signing the actual. She wanted the commitment without the certificate.
But that's what I'm saying. So what's the difference to what I just said then? Because clearly they still together, right? They were still together. Engagement means they still together, right?
But I guarantee you she ain't know his ad.
Still doing everything together. They still got kids. What's the difference from being with somebody for 20 years and not being married to engage for
the point that I was the point to what I'm making was that right there was the void. That was the void, which is why he was moving the way he was moving with these affairs. I mean,
okay, so he was cheating because she didn't want to be married because she didn't want to.
Right, he was messy. Like he messed with multiple women inside of the Boston Celtics.
But honestly, do you hear even how that sounds? Like even from both perspectives, that sounds crazy as shit. You cheating on me because I don't want to be married, but we're together, right? So either way, you still playing a foul game. I don't want the paperwork because it could be multiple reasons. She maybe not want to do she probably not want to get the whole prenuptials. Don't probably want to give it half if it don't work out. It could be anything because she established just like he established. I don't know because I really don't know that nigga. I know who she is.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Nobody knew who this man was until this affair came out.
But that's what I'm saying. So that's even more of it because I don't know who this man is. I don't know if he established. I don't know if he got money. I don't know. But everybody know that Nia Long is very established. Anything she got on her own. So maybe she just didn't want the whole really being married, sharing things and stuff like that. But so her not wanting to be married, make it okay for him to cheat. That don't make no sense because you could have actually just broke up. We could have just broke up. We only engaged. We're not really together. Like we still just in the eyes of everybody. Y'all still just go together. Y'all still just boyfriend and girlfriend with a ring. Y'all not nothing else but boyfriend and girlfriend. So if he was so unhappy, why didn't he just leave? If they was married, engaged for so long. Like I said, what's the difference between being engaged for a long time and not being married to going together, being boyfriend and girlfriend without being married or engaged? Like, I don't get it. People be going together for 20 plus years or 15 years and never get engaged or never be married. Because they just don't like the lockdown part of it. Like, people really don't like the whole marriage part. People don't want to be married. Think about that. People just really be wanting life partners. They don't want to be married. Not saying, like I said, not saying that that's the thing here. I don't know what it is. But the thing about it is, if he didn't want to be with her or wanted to keep cheating, why just not break up? I don't get what's the problem.
Listen to this. So I had this the interview up here right here. This came from Essence.
First off, block this person because like what?
What's going on here? Who we got in here cutting up?
I don't know.
So yeah. He says, "Is this the Monkey Podcast?" No. I'm gonna tell you what kind of podcast it is. Right now, the podcast is starring you, the dickhead. So we're gonna do this right here. You go bye-bye. Kevin Samuels salute. Anyway, before we was rudely interrupted, back to this exclusive from Essence. Nia Long explains why she's not a fan of marriage. So let's get right to it. I'm going to go right to the quote she said. She said, "Love is complicated. Let's just start there," says Nia. "And then you start a marriage, which I've never been married. And there's a reason for that because I don't know that I need to say I do to prove to you that I love you. But also, what does marriage really mean? That you own me now and I own you? I don't get that part." Her exact words that came out her mouth.
I mean, that kind of says exactly what I said. Like, what's the difference?
She continues.
I mean, people do love most people do like being married. People like the glitz and the gleam of, being with that one person and paperwork behind it. But what is marriage but a piece of paper? Because if you was with me for 20 years, what is that piece of paper about to prove? It's about to what? Prove to the world what? Like, because we already been together for 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I was asking, what's the difference between being engaged for a long time or just being with somebody? Because an engagement is still y'all just going together. Y'all just still simply boyfriend and girlfriend for a long time. Because anything after 7 years, y'all legally married by law.
Right. She continues, "I understand the religious aspect of marriage. That is beautiful and it's fantastical and it's dreamy and it's every girl's fantasy to have that moment. but I don't know that I need to feel like I'm in a partnership that's working. She says, now this is her words. And this is why I want to dig into this, because I want people to think, in the case scenario, put yourself in Emi Udoka's shoes, right? I want you to put yourself in the shoes and open up the case scenario that she may be in her thought without the concern of how he feels. Listen to this. She said, we're happy. I'm happy. The kids are fantastic. But is he really happy? She may be, because if he was happy, he would not have had 1, 2, 3 multiple affairs. What is it? She said we happy, but clearly this affair proved that we aren't happy. You are. Because you have it your way, like you're having it your way right now, like Burger King.
No, repeat the last part. I hear you.
She said, we're happy. I'm happy. The kids are fantastic. You're speaking on behalf of you having it your way like Burger King. But is he really happy? Are you really concerned about how he feels about it? Because if you don't believe in marriage, and which you heard the words that came right out of her mouth in this quote, if you don't believe in marriage, why even take the ring if you already had the mindset? Let's say she thought the way that you thought, Jody. I guarantee she wasn't thinking that way, but let's just say she was, right? Scratch, scratch, scratch. Let's say she was thinking that way, right? Why did you take the ring? Why did you take the ring?
Because we still together. Like, I don't get, like, that's what I'm saying, like.
But if you don't need, if you don't believe in the marriage, stuff like that, but you still like you're together, like why the?
I mean, because the thing is we still together? If I say no to the engagement, you feel me? Like, if we together for whatever how long, and you propose, and I say yeah, then we engage. If I said no, is we still together? Like that? With because people really be on it. People really just don't want to have that locked in. Like, granted, I'm not saying I agree with it, because I would love. I can't wait for somebody to walk down the aisle. Okay, but I do understand the other part of it, because people really have a problem with that piece of paper. Like, because at the end of the day, just what she said, what is it saying? Like, is it saying like you own me? Like I own you? Like, what you got? You don't have no freedom now. Like, everything I got is yours. Everything you got is mine. Like, we already live like that. We already do things like that. What is this piece of paper trying to tell us? Like, I don't get it. And then on top of that, with that piece of paper and that ring, it comes like a lot of pressure behind that too. Because then it was like, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't be this way, you can't be like, what is it? Not saying, like I said, not saying that it's okay, because if you really don't believe in it, what you with this thing for so long for? What's the end game? But like I also said, people really just want life partners. Like, maybe she just felt like, hey, I do want to be with her. And that this is really who I just want to be with. I just don't want to be married. Like, I don't, like she said that night, that's not every girl's little butterfly dreams and cookies and candies and cakes. I know I would love to be married in the white dress and walking in the aisle, the families collide. I love it. Love everything about it. But some people just really don't like that shit. I know my friend's grandparents right now. They've been together just as long as my grandma and grandpa been together. They not married. They like partners.
Listen to this. Listen to this. This statement is brand new. This is breaking news, guys. You heard it first on Relationship Talk with G's. So listen to this. They released this published article on. Oh no, this is not it. Listen to this. Anyway, Nia Long's decision on her relationship with Emi Udoka. It says, according to statements that Long, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But I don't see anything on Emi Udoka speaking out as well too. I don't see anything about him. Yeah, all I see is Nia Long, how she feels. Like he's just like hidden in the shadows. I don't see a single article or anything on his you know, damn, he's only making $3 million a year. All right, the point is, I don't see anything on him. I don't see anything on how he feels. I don't see.
Well, I just said that. I mean, the thing about it is, he went outside of the situation. You feel me? Like, regardless of how, you know, her, like, she out of pocket either way. I mean, like I said, that's either a yay or a nay, good or bad, because I really don't know. Because, like I said, some people just genuinely just don't want to be married. But the thing is, they still was together. So he's the one who went outside of that. She don't owe him nothing after that, because you went outside of us. You didn't think to just come to me and say, I'm not happy, or you didn't want to come to say, and I don't want to be with you no more, because that's not, I want what you don't want. You feel me? He didn't do none of that.
Listen to this.
That's where he fucked up at. He didn't say anything, or even, you know, he still decided to be there and still decided to cheat.
Right.
Y'all keep forgetting about that cheating thing, like he's cheating.
I'm gonna read this last part. It says Emi Udoka is forgiven by fiance Nia Long despite infidelity scandal. It says everything seems to indicate the future marriage between suspended Boston Celtics coach Emi Udoka and his fiance. Famous actress Nia Long is not in danger despite. Let me read that again. Everything seems to indicate the future marriage between suspended Boston Celtics coach Emi Udoka and his fiancée Nia Long is not in danger despite the scandal that caused a sanction against the strategist who was reigning Eastern Conference champion. Nia Long's decision on her relationship with Emi Udoka, according to statements that Long's ex shared with the Daily Mail, it was revealed that Udoka had been suspended for the entire season for having a romantic relationship with a female Celtic staff member, forbidden by internal rules. The couple has spoken, and the actress has forgiven the former basketball player. She put up a quote, something on Instagram. It says, a tip for mental health: learn to distinguish who deserves an explanation, who deserves one answer, who deserves absolutely nothing. She said, we talk as a family, and it's all about unconditional love, and that's what she's given him, Dorsey said. We're sticking by him 100%. Emi made a mistake. Every man needs another chance. Like the Bible says, the flesh is weak. He's not a bad guy. Hopefully he learned from this. Despite no longer being romantically involved, Dorsey and Long remain close, have a 21-year-old son they both taken care of. However, the actor is not happy that Masai Dorsey, too, is close to Udoka. She says, all I could say is good things about me. Emi, he's a good man all these years. I'm happy he's in my son's life, Dorsey said. It's easy to get to the top, but to stay at the top, it takes a different type of person. Right now in this season, you have to be very sensitive with women, unfortunately, because they didn't hold the cards right now. While Long and Udoka have not been married, they have been engaged since 2015, and 3 years earlier, they had a son named Kez, who is currently 10 years old. So it seems like she's forgiven him. She seems like she's forgiven him.
Probably does. They're probably still together, or at least they want to keep that front up. I mean, it's, yeah. Yeah. That just was crazy. I'm not gonna lie, so I don't know.
But all right, that was good. We 3 hours in, so shut this piece down. I appreciate y'all. I'm going live again. My next 2 shows is going to be this Thursday, and depending on how Thursday goes, to determine whether I will go on Friday. I go live every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But the rest of the week, I'm going to be digging into business relationships. This is very important. We're going to be talking. What are we talking about? We're going to be talking about Kanye West, Donald Trump, Kim Kardashian, and the new winner, Candace Owens. We are going to be digging into Candace Owens and why she's like the number 1 trending thing right now. And we're gonna talk about that this Thursday. And if it goes well this Thursday, I'll continue it on Friday. But like I am digging deep into Candace Owens. We're gonna learn who she is and what impact she has on today's modern culture. and why she is like trending like every freaking day. But appreciate y'all. Ladies, I'm gonna tap y'all off. I know, but do you have anything else y'all want to say before I shut this piece down?
Guys, it was nice being with the cast.
Yeah, definitely for the first time. I appreciate you. But see y'all this Thursday. Tap in YouTube. Thank you for hanging in there. 3 hours, man. It get like that sometimes. But appreciate y'all for tapping in. Everybody's welcome to the Guru's house rent free. But thank you for tuning into Relationship Talk with G's, where our conversations aim to keep you pleased. I'm your boy A1G's, and you've been welcome to the Guru's house. But as we always say, you don't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. I'll see you this Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking Kanye West, Candace Owens, the whole nine. Make sure, guys, before I go, make sure you do the following. Make sure you do the following. And I got to put it up right here just so y'all can see it. Make sure you like this video, share it to a friend, subscribe to my channel if you have not done so, and hit the bell notification so you can be notified for my next show this Thursday, 10 p.m. All right, y'all. Deuces. We are over and out.
Yeah. Candy. Yeah. I think I want you, girl. I ain't gonna lie. Do what you want to, girl. Don't be so shy. I'll hit the blunt too, girl. Let's go get high. Let's go get high. Let's go get high. I think I want you, girl. I ain't gonna lie. Do what you want to, girl. Don't be so shy. I'll hit the blunt too, girl. Let's go get high. Let's go get high. Let's go get high. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, come and get high with me. Look at the sky with me. You said you would try with me. Now you surprising me. Come see the sunrise with me. Cause that's what I like to see. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Yeah, come and ride with me. Yeah, come and vibe with me. There's no need to fight with me. Ain't no need to cry with me. It won't be goodbyes for me. You keep getting high with me. Just like I'ma ride for you. I know you the type for me. Yeah. I know you the type for me. Keep on that life for me. I'ma need you in my sight for me. Cause that's what I like to see. Live up to that hype for me. Then you'll be on flights with me. Yeah, I think I want you, girl. I ain't gonna lie. Do what you want to, girl. Don't be so shy. I'll hit the blunt too, girl. Let's go get high. Let's go get high. Let's go get high. I think I want you, girl. I ain't gonna lie. Do what you want to, girl. Don't be so shy. I'll hit the blunt too, girl. Let's go get high. Let's go get high. Let's go get high. Do you love me like you say you love me? Or is it just when you high and when you sipping bubbly? I know all these shorties on it make it hard to trust me. But I'm thinking to myself like how you just so lovely. You so selfless with yourself, you put no one above me. Always keep that business to yourself and never rush me. I was thinking like I couldn't let no shorty cuff me. But I'm copping you with locking you like it's a Mustang. I hope you got my back like you won't ever cut me. You quote me when I rap, ain't never try to hush me. You know that I'm not mad, I just needed adjusting. You wrote me, I wrote back, so time to go discuss things. Let's go get high.